How's everybody?
Not too bad. How are you
Hi.
guys
Good.
doing? Hello. How is life treating or mistreating people?
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep, I can
Yeah.
hear you.
Okay, nice.
The whole joy is with Skype now. Maybe ringing your line, maybe not ringing your line, maybe
It
muting you on entering the room.
yeah, ding da ding da ding for me today. I was like, oh wait.
I kind of miss the bloop bloop bloop.
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah, unfortunately, Scott is not joining us as Skype tells us that Scott is unavailable.
Mm-hmm.
So I will have to tease him. He was actually still logged into last night's game chat in Skype. All of a sudden, I got on the computer and it's like, this chat is active. And I'm like, who's still on the Skype? As I'm like, uh-oh, which one of us has had an open line on Skype this whole day? And it was unfortunately Scott.
Nice.
But I logged in and ended the call, so that way it stopped it.
Well, at least you weren't still broadcasting.
True, true. That's the one thing I make sure on the, especially with the laptop last night, our internet was getting wonky.
Yeah, no, I like I said, I tried listening a bit, and it was choppy, and I thought, okay, well, maybe it's just my phone. Then I tried the computer; it was choppy. So
Very unhelpful. Yeah,
and then I
unfortunately
tried.
on the laptop it said everything was green and a-okay. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, may have been something on the Twitch side. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm hoping when the when it's on replay, it's better than on live because there's nothing worse when you have the bad live stream.
Yeah,
Hopefully, when it's on just the replay online, it plays without any lag or anything.
yeah, hope so. Cause yeah, it was ugly.
Oh, I just heard a Skype boop boop boop.
And she said her internet just dropped.
But the fact that Skype actually notified something.
I thought that was Messenger. Oh, what can you do?
Ah, boy.
As I ask Anea, dropped or dropped? Because I think they're on Cox just like I am.
Yeah, so that show's pretty fun. Uh, whatchamacallit? Oops. Oh, so it didn't look like it's internet. So, but Box Machina, pretty funny.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sadly, I've got some friends that were big backers on the Kickstarter, and there's so much drama because I actually didn't get on the Kickstarter, but I was waiting. Comes out, they'll share links. And there's apparently big drama. If you go over to their Kickstarter to read the link stuff,
Really?
yeah, it's really comes down to the first 3 episodes were supposed to be kickstarted, and by Kickstarters, I totally get that. But the problem is when they did it and they succeeded with like $12+ million, it was an cool, awesome Kickstarter. They come out with
Right.
all the cool extra goodies. Well, apparently, when they started production of the animated series, they actually got into conversations with Amazon, and Amazon bought the exclusive rights.
Mm.
So the first 10 episodes, from what I've heard, it belongs to Amazon. So if you back the Kickstarter, they're not able to send you a copy right now. Maybe in the future they're going to work to see if they can get DVD copies to send to people. But as of right
Uh,
now, the only way for you to see it is to also be an Amazon Prime member.
right, right.
Also, not just one or the other, but both.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you don't have
Oh,
to be both. Yeah,
oh, okay.
that's what's kind of miffing the Kickstarter folks because their Kickstarter has nothing to do with it. Amazon
Right.
Prime customers get to watch the 10 episodes.
Well, it's 12 and 12 actually.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Yeah.
So,
Yay!
so there
They
are
funded-
some
Yeah, they
Kickstarter
funded for 2
backers that are myths.
seasons. Yeah, so it's back for 2 seasons. I was reading, so it's 12 and 12.
Yeah, it should be an
episode.
entertaining, good run. I mean, I love all their stuff, so it should be enjoyable.
Yeah.
But
No, it's
But
funny.
yeah,
It's adult.
I could see why the Kickstarter, folks are a little miffed because they're just like, hey, we were supposed
Right.
to get like a DVD or something of the episodes, and we're not going to get that now. But to be honest, I mean, they did have tons of cool swag. I'm gonna throw that one out there.
That's cool.
You know, if you
It's
backed them
all-
for more than $20, there was lots of cool. And I'm sure,
Yeah.
I mean, they're really cool folks, and they'll make sure on the back end that they take care of everybody.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's just
So,
they
but-
got to be patient. Because
Yeah.
apparently, if you're overseas and you want to do Amazon Prime for free to watch the show, they only do a 7-day free preview of Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Whereas here in the States, it's 30 days free.
Right. Right. Huh. Bummer.
Yeah. But like I said, I'm sure they're gonna make good for folks.
Yeah, and sadly, it's not a release all. It appears that you gotta watch it weekly or something, I guess. So
Yeah, that's kind of chapping people too, so they can't do. If they're overseas, they do the free preview. They can only catch what episodes have been as of the time they
Yep.
do the freebie. And then some people got all nasty as they do on the internet about the whole. Okay, fine, then I'll just pirate copies. Like, don't go there.
right.
Especially on their Kickstarter page, it's like don't drop stuff like that.
Yeah.
Be cool. Give them a chance to make right by everybody.
Especially not when where Amazon, a big company that has plenty of money to go pursue stuff if they really want to.
Oh yeah. I mean, they have no problem doing the whole legal angle.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of their bread and butter if they need to.
Yep. So, but yeah, the first 3 episodes, they were fun.
That's cool. I know. I definitely gotta get in on them. I've got a coworker that wants to keep talking about it, and I just sorry, dude, not today. Nope.
Yeah. Yep.
Nope. Still nope.
Not caught up.
Of course, one of my online buddies is like, dude, I would have totally did this thing. I'm not watching. Oh, okay. Like, yes, this is the way. I say that jokingly because he's not up to date with Book of Boba Fett, and by saying that, he knows what I'm talking about. That let's not spoil each other's shows.
Right.
'Cause it's
Has
no
everybody
fun.
seen the latest Book of Boba?
I'm
Oh.
behind. I'm
Okay.
behind by 2 or 3.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's put it this way: this week's episode was worth catching up for.
It was cool, but I was a little confused, but it was good.
There's a really cute article that was posted. It's gonna run Facebook. I haven't shared it because I don't want to give me spoilers. But there's a really cute article that totally explains the interestingness of this episode this week, and how somebody basically used it as a workaround for another program. Totally makes sense if you read it. Throwing that out there. If you get a
Yeah, yeah.
chance to see the article and you know what we're talking about, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't understand anything you're saying.
Just remember the nice thing about Book of Boba Fett and Lauren is it totally gives us as Star Wars fans tons of extra material to play.
Oh yeah.
Gonna totally throw that one out there. Is we have tons more information to play with, and so much of it supports the video games, which is totally cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like it when they connect things. Like I'm psyched that they're starting to use some of the legend stuff a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm still hoping one of these days we're gonna hear something about, something about Ezra and Thrawn being found or a communication.
Uh-huh.
I have a feeling Ahsoka may touch base on that.
I think that's probably right. I know that Sabine Wren is going to be a character in it, or at least so they say.
Have they mentioned who's actually going to be playing the character yet?
I think they did, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
I'm hoping they picked wisely, which with the creative team they've got, they've picked wisely. That's one thing
Good
I
hope.
like with this creative team. Okay, so it looks like 4 of us are here and 4 of us are on Skype. Everybody good to go?
Good to
Yeah.
go?
I know I've been muted, but I'm here.
Okay, you were muted, so I wasn't quite sure. Now you're muted again.
Yeah,
I love the mute discipline, by the way. Both you and Anea.
Yeah, just trying to keep any, side noise stuff out.
Okay, so make sure to heal up your ships that need. You've gotten all of your strains since the last. I told
Yay!
you to make sure to include Oni's ship on the splash page here. I see it's not there.
We are still on the map, looking at the aftermath of our last semi-successful mission.
Totally need to move you back to the splash page.
I like that. Like, oh, I got a movie here.
I'm going around to all the different maps, plugging and playing things. That way Oni can see himself on the map.
I see it.
So thankfully you guys all returned to base after that great job of backing them up after the near catastrophic grenade issue. They're telling
Ooh.
tales of how you guys saved them from when the sky started raining grenades. I mean, come on, it was cool when, you see 3 people explode and then you all save the rest heroically.
Right? Put some urgency in the pants.
Oh, surviving certain death as a way of engendering gratitude.
That's a certain way of putting it.
It wasn't a failure, but it wasn't quite a complete success.
Yeah.
Hey, in the military, like what, 26% casualties is acceptable? Total cringe thing to say, but it sadly is true.
They
Yes, it
typically
totally
have
means that one of your ships cannot make it back and they'll still consider it a success.
Yep. And they consider what the acceptable casualties are in any kind of a campaign.
I mean, you don't even want to know what the Empire considers a success.
Yeah, not good.
There's a reason why folks defected from the Empire.
To Imperial Stormtroopers, 26% casualty rate sounds real nice.
Yeah, I would say so.
They're like, that's a cakewalk on a pleasure planet. That's just one squad disappearing from, VD.
All these fun things on this page.
Oh, it's sad looking back at the page with Sobek still up there with most
Yeah, I
of
was
the
gonna say.
strain down. It's kind of sad.
Actually, he's dead down in the bottom.
Yeah, down there he's got the big X.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see I have Oni down at the bottom as well as the top, too.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm there twice.
Yeah, I look at the ones at the top. That's usually what I go by. Those are the ones I copy-paste. Thankfully, it looks like they are linked and both saying the same numbers. So, of course, you guys, you're totally doing your thing, as you immediately get this rally call to come to Pappy's, debriefing room. Someone should make special pretense to make sure the Mandalorian makes it on time this time.
Hey, I learned my lesson last time.
Okay, so you guys all come running ready to go. You know for a fact in the hangars your ships are all tip top, all stocked up, ready to go. Your praises have been rained upon you from your colleagues about how great you guys were on that mission.
Yay.
So of
Yeah,
course
we
you
are
know
pretty great.
the second you guys come rushing in, because yes, there's of course the expedience to the klaxon that it's totally saying get your butt in here quickly.
Yes, make my way there expediently.
Yep.
Who's on the whiteboard?
Wow.
Well, I was last time.
Also, didn't we have a second roll on the whiteboard now? Didn't we add something? Ah, yeah, cannon fodder.
That's just wrong.
Wow.
As you guys come running in there, and immediately you see that Pappy's kind of pacing already, which is never a good sign when you get in there and he's already pacing.
Damn it!
As he's got a hologram of, it looks like a series of 4 freighters, all kind of floating around in succession, kind of flying through space rather quickly. You see him like zip by a space billboard. As he just kind of immediately looks up and, excellent, excellent. You're all in here except for Kay. He's going to be busy doing logistics on this mission for you. We've got him tapped into Imperial Communications to see if he can give us any intelligence before it happens.
For a change.
Are any of you familiar with the planet Fondor?
No.
No. Well, no, I don't think so.
And he kind of pulls up this random planet on the holo. It's basically any other planet you've seen. It's got kind of a pinkish purple tinge to it. And he says, "This is Fondor, out in the colonies." Basically, that flat out tells you that it's way out there. Currently, we have a group of refugees and colonists that are trying to get away from the Empire. And of course, you see this video of a guy through the view screen behind him. He's like, yelling incoherent words as you see that there's an Imperial scout ship kind of shooting at them, and then they jump to hyperspace, and the communication gets completely cut off. And basically, it gives a series of hyperspace coordinates that obviously they're sending you their roadmap.
Oh, yay.
Was the roadmap to or from Fondor?
Fondor is actually where you're going to be intercepting this group.
Okay, so they figured out where they're going to be.
As they show this little timeline of, and you see it kind of like doing the ... Indiana Jones type of deal, where it's showing time lapse of where they took off, how long it takes them to get to point 1, and then it shows that we received a communication when they got out of hyperspace. Then they went to point 2, and by the time you guys head off, you should be able to intercept them in the Fondor sector.
And what do we know about that sector?
Do you ask?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So before anything that could possibly prompt a roll, Jim, we should roll Destiny.
Oh, we should totally get some Destiny points fixed out
Probably.
there, shouldn't we?
Just to
Let's,
see if we can be spending Destiny points, or if we need Jim to be giving us back Destiny points before people start shooting.
Okay, so the Destiny pool is clear. And Quinn, who by the way is on the whiteboard as wing commander for the day, is quite happy to roll a light side dice. It's almost like I waited until the dice were rolled to see. Because the rest of y'all have dark, ominous feelings here.
Apparently.
I have a
I have
bad
a bad
feeling
feeling
about
about
this.
this.
The pool
Oni
is
is
so small and so intimidating.
Giannis and Oni finally agree on something.
We ought to write that down. Make it a holiday.
Today is the day when they're slouching next to each other and they just give each other the look and the pistol fingers.
Oh, geez.
Obviously,
Yes.
off screen, there must have been a bar fight or something between them that brought them closer.
So is our agreeing a really good thing or a really bad thing?
Well, in this case, it's not that good.
Since we're agreeing on having a bad feeling about this, I feel like that's just troubling.
This is where you'll find out.
Yeah, one each. Gotta love it.
Yep. Very small pool today. 3 dark,
Yeah.
1 light. So immediately he pulls up the map and says, "This should be clear of Imperial entanglements until the refugees caravan gets to that area." Unfortunately, they are advising us that their DDoS transponders have been tagged by the Imperials as basically criminals. So when they go into any civilized sector, basically and of course they show a mock-up of the ships popping into that last spot, and then immediately there was some kind of Imperial response to them landing, popping
Okay.
into the sector. I mean, obviously, this isn't like, the new prequels where the Imperials can track you through hyperspace. So they're always getting
Right.
a bit of a head start. That's a nice, cushy head start for a bunch of refugee ships. But they definitely need some assistance.
All right, number of ships, type of ships, or class
Currently,
of ships.
it is 4 different freighters. It looks like a kind of hodgepodge of ships. It's
Okay.
mostly civilian unarmed freighters.
So what exactly are we doing for them?
Yeah, what do you want? What do you want?
Basically, you're there to go babysit.
Okay, so we're escort duty, basically.
Exactly. You're going to show up, escort them, and keep them out of any trouble.
Okay. And they're still being tracked, right?
They are totally being tracked. As Kay immediately kind of pops up on one of the screens in the classic Star Wars 70 faded screen where you see his face kind of buzzing because he's in the communications room, and he basically gives you guys this head up of an Imperial warrant that just hit the wire. And yes,
Now-
I totally used cop words for hit the wire.
So where are they going?
They are running and hoping for you to help take them somewhere.
But if they're being tracked, then what?
To be clear, the tracking, is it just that like wherever they go the Empire can find them, or just they can't go anywhere with any sort of civilization because people will be able to turn them in because they have a warrant on them?
That's a good question.
That is a really good question. We should probably get the answer to.
And
So
again,
does-
what's their destination again?
So does someone want to give me a astrogation or a computer's roll before
That
I
would
give
not be
the generic answer to that question, which will
These
be
are
in
things
addition
I
to your
thought.
roll? That's a really good question. What do you ragtag rebels know about this? See how this work. Who's gonna give me what? Because for computers and astrogation, it is 2 different.
I got nothing.
Yeah,
Not my
yeah.
specialty.
I mean, hey, you don't have to have something for it to work.
I
Start
got
out
1
there.
yellow, 3 green with -2 black in Astro, so.
Well, that sounds good.
I guess we're doing astrogation.
Okay. So it looks like Quinn's gonna do an
Makes
astrogation
sense.
check.
Unless somebody else has got something better.
I'll give you a hand
no.
with
But
it.
if no one's assisting you, I will.
Oh wait, hang on a sec. What about our little droid friend here?
Yeah, I think
Right.
because isn't Riggs like really good at astrogation? Shouldn't they work together? Isn't that probably the best way to do that? I would assume.
Yeah, why didn't you speak up, little droid?
As Rigger's
Ah,
totally
yes.
in power down mode right now, it just makes a giggly noise.
Yes, the commander's role. Just sit there and say, "Yeah, you two work together."
Okay, so is Rigger gonna give you a blue dice?
Waiting Riggs better at astrogation?
Yeah, Reese
sorry,
is the
what?
best at astrogation.
What
Should
is your
astrogation like Riggs'
astrogation,
thing.
Rigger?
So many voices at once. What?
What is your astrogation skill?
Oh, 3 yellow and a green.
So is that
Yeah,
better
I
than yours,
volunteer
Gwen?
Riggs.
Huh?
So I
Which is
assist Riggs.
totally Oni kicking Riggs to wake her up and say, "You should fill us in on the details there, Astromech." Wink, wink,
Riggs,
nudge, nudge.
calculations.
So
Catch.
is somebody gonna give her a blue?
Think
I'm
for
gonna
us,
assist
please.
her so she gets 2 black, minus 2 black,
Okay.
in case there's any of those in there.
So Anea, go ahead and roll me an astrogation.
Okay.
No.
Whoa!
The hell?
Maybe I didn't want to speak up.
As apparently
still
Rigger
sleepy.
just kind of like blur blur blurts at you in power down mode. What would you like for those 3 advantage?
Something nice.
Okay.
Thanks.
Advantage on something.
Some random unuseful fact? No.
Okay. So Rigger
How about
knows.
some random useful fact?
So
Yes.
with her astrogation, and Rigger, I'm assuming you just info dump the group and tell them all this, so that way you don't have to
Yeah.
repeat what I say.
Please.
I'm just guessing. I'll throw it out there as a bone. That Rigger basically gives this total dry, clear thing of the Imperial regulations that goes flying by the screen really fast, obviously glazing over the details of what the actual answer that you were looking for was, but does mention that the only way to deactivate a DDoS is to actually turn off the reactor on the spaceship, which any engineer can do with a basic roll. It's just that the ship is now dead in the water.
For how long? Is it just like a reboot that they need to do, or just shut it down completely?
Well, to shut down the DDoS, it's basically in all ships. It's the natural transponder that ships have that
Mhm.
identifies when the system pings your ship for friend or foe, pings what your ship is, what its home port is, all that good information. Even your rebel ships have them. They kind of have to have them to identify yourselves as who you are. There are totally black market ways to modify that to do different ships, which few smugglers have done from time to time. But it has to have some kind of recognition, unless you want to risk the chance of ripping that out and destroying your engine. Because removing it can destroy your engine if you try to surgically take it out. There's a reason why smugglers just change the details as opposed to just ripping the thing out. It's not a simple low jack, it's actually in the heart of your engine. Be like taking your distributor cap on the older cars. I'm like, do the new cars even have those? It's in the newer cars, it's built into the CPU sitting under the passenger seat. Or wherever else they hide it.
Really, Leanne. Well, I guess we should be about our wonderful trip, huh?
Are we taking the fighters or the boat?
About how many of them are there between the transports?
Ooh, that's a good question. So between the 2 larger freighters, basically they're almost like your big freighter, and the 2 smaller light transports, there's at least 187 people that they've got reported.
Then, out of curiosity, how many could we fit on on our freighter that we have?
You could probably fit 60 or so in there in a pinch, as long as you don't plan to go for a long distance run.
Okay, then I'm thinking a potential plan, assuming that they can be tracked anywhere, because that's the worst case scenario. What we can do is we can hop in the fleet with them, with our freighter, and they can keep, jumping away and basically keep running. And what we can do is then make a quick stop, have one of the ships dump its crew onto our freighter, or as much crew as it can onto our freighter. Then our freighter can run off and go drop people off somewhere safe, and then we can basically do that one ship at a time.
Do they want to keep their ships though, or are they going
I
to
assume they want to keep their ships, but if they can be tracked, then I mean, I'm just trying to come up with an idea that solves our worst case scenario problem.
Yeah, that is a good idea. I just mean, like, we don't really know where they're going or how, like, what their plans are. We're kind of walking in blind.
It sounds like they don't really know where they're going
I was
either.
gonna say, it sounds like they're going wherever we choose to take them.
But
Yeah.
that's also something we can, that still needs to be established and whatnot. I'm just saying that this is a potential solution to the problem.
Yeah, we could definitely, like, save their lives that way.
And it definitely, you get the impression from the recordings that are playing in the background. There's a couple different monitors playing their begs for help. Basically, each one of the ships has the captain or somebody else basically saying, "Help us, Rebel Fleet! You're our only help! Help! Help!" And Pappy will have no problem giving you the communications channel to each of the 4 ships. So you can
Yeah.
talk to either their captain or their communications officer.
I was gonna say, is there a particular primary kind of contact coordinator?
They would
Person?
prefer that you reach out to the Haggis. That's the largest transport with the most women and children on board. Just because
Alright.
Pappy's that kind of guy. There's a ship with women and children on it. Those are the ones you need to get saved.
Roger that.
Okay.
Anything else?
Does
Yeah.
anyone have any ideas as far as plans we could do to like test how they're being tracked, since we weren't able to find the answer? Is there something we can do that could like test how they're being tracked? Because if they're not being if they can't be tracked anywhere and it's just like specifically through certain Imperial sensors or whatever, we can then come up with an alternative plan that involves just like dodging through those Imperial sensors, and we can like give them the proper astrogation checks, and we can just like be
Well,
escort duty to get them in an area where they won't be detected, and then we can just find a place for them.
So when you
Well-
ask Pappy, he kind of volunteers that most likely, excuse me, what he assumes is happening is when they go into a civilized sector of space, which is why they're totally running to Fondor, because it's supposed to be mostly just colonies, not actual Imperial regular presence. There's probably an Imperial peacekeeper, staff there, but not a full-on Star Destroyer coming down your ass kind of thing. That anytime they go into a civilized sector of space, when planetary command and control sees them on the radar, they're getting popped up with a red flag that they're to be immediately detained. So any civilized sector of space is not a good place for them to be right now.
right. It's a ship's transponder has been flagged. Right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and you
Yeah,
can't
so
just up and transponder has to either put a secondary or new transponder in.
Then
Yes,
is
no.
there any do we have an alternative place for them to go? Is there
There's
somewhere
where we
where they
are. I mean, that and, Kay is totally working on a workaround, or possibly have them land on a planet and ditch their ships, or see if they can save the ships and bring them with.
I would bring the ships here with the. I mean,
Yeah,
they're probably not
you can-
tracking, but still with the transponders, that's a little more risky. But
Mm-hmm.
worst case would be move them off the ships, leaving the ships hidden somewhere, and then sending the appropriate crew that can take their time to play with replacing transponders to give new identities to the ship.
Yeah, that would be ideal. We could find an uninhabited area that has just a place where we can set the ship down, and where they won't, there's no one there to pick up the transponder, and we could just set the ships down there, and then we can move them bit by bit via our transports or whatever while their ships get worked on.
But we could at least get the civilians and main people off while the other operation gets set into place.
Can Kay or Riggs find us a potential planet that we could potentially do that on?
You can totally ask Kay if he can do that, and he will try his best. Well, you need to run to your ships to take off now.
Yes.
As you see the little, there's a little red line saying point of no return that they're starting to cross over to their jump spot. That as it is, it's going to be super, super tight for you guys to meet them, or they come into hyperspace there.
So
Okay.
are we taking our fighters or the boat, or a combination thereof?
That's up to you guys.
What do you guys want to? Well, I guess we need the boat to transport them. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we have 3 pilots, so 2 of you guys can. No,
Well,
Quinn
no,
should
the
probably be on
ship takes more than just a pilot.
It
The
only
big
takes
ship
pilot,
needs
co-pilot, though, right?
crew.
The freighter.
The armored transport.
Are we taking the arms transport? I thought that had a lot less space than our freighter.
Let's see.
I guess it also has no armaments, but
I mean, it's definitely armed for any kind of fight that we come across. The GX1's 200 encumbrance capacity. The armored freighter is.
I mean, it's
80.
a passenger capacity that we want to be looking at.
Yeah, passenger capacity.
Yeah, well, we can go the short hauler then. I mean, that's 200, but let's see, it's a class 2 hyperdrive. Both are class 2s. So.
Yeah, the GX doesn't have any real weapons, though. It's probably safer to go with the Nimbus because we can at least move people with that, even if it's slow. And so far, our plan mainly consists of finding just a spot to kind of keep them. So we'll take the Nimbus and
Yeah, because the GX has a single dorsal
and that's gonna
heavy laser cannon.
And at least with the Nimbus, we can move people even if it's slow. So we can just as we're on the run. But yeah, so everybody head to the Nimbus except Oni. I'm thinking you can fly your X-wing as escort if you got if everyone thinks that that's a good plan.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah. Okay.
We're agreeing again.
Hold up. So let's see.
Interesting.
Because the ship for proper operation takes a pilot, co-pilot, and 2 gunners, and technically 1 captain.
Well, we can have.
Yeah, that's okay. 1 pilot and like a pilot, co-pilot, and 1 gunner, and then the X-wing for a little bit of fighter support.
Yeah, and
so we leave our aft end or front end open.
Well, we can take Sparky on the Nimbus to be extra gunner support.
Oh yeah, with his one dice, yes.
Hey, it fills the slot of an extra gunner, which makes my job a lot easier.
Well, it's putting a freaking spider monkey in the spot, but
plus you and Riggs are pretty damn good at shooting also, so you guys can fire plenty of the weapons on your own. You've got me to help with gunnery, and also I can help with a little bit of command and control stuff that the captain would normally do if you want, because blue dice.
Yeah, it would be good to have a versatile, like a faster versatile ship for when you dock and start moving passengers. You're not going to want to have to sit there dead in the water.
Yeah, and I think it's good to have an extra ship anyways if we're going to be escorting a whole convoy.
Yeah.
It'll be good to have the X-wing there. Because that way we still get the nimbleness of the fighter in our group at least.
Yeah. I'm with you, man.
Plus, this way, if shit really goes down, we can always have Riggs keep flying the Nimbus, and Quinn is on the big ship, so he can help with medical stuff.
Right.
When
Right,
if
so-
we're tracking people and things really go down like it always does in the Star Wars movies.
Sure. Yeah, that's just just leaving a lot of firepower sitting empty. But okay.
What do you mean?
But the thing has multiple like light blaster cannons, turret mounted light ion cannons, forward mounted twin concussion missiles, aft mounted twin concussion missiles.
Wait, that's the. Oh, I didn't. Okay.
Yeah, it's a freaking gunship.
Oh, I didn't. I thought there was a. That one was the one that couldn't have as many passengers.
It is.
Oh, I thought we were taking the one that can take passengers.
No,
Well,
he
the
wanted.
Nimbus can take passengers, but really not that many. But I
Well,
think that it's better for us to have a little bit of passenger capacity and then also have lots of guns.
Yeah, but
Does
if
it-
there's guns sitting empty or somebody not shooting, well, it might as well go to one gun.
I thought we
Except
were
that-
taking the big one with more
'Cause
capacity.
remember,
Yeah, that's what I thought
Quinn,
too.
you are the wing commander on this. The final call comes down to you.
I know.
I mean, yeah, but I was just thinking because, I mean, it's not really that many guns sitting empty because, I mean, between you, Riggs, and me, we can fire a large portion of the armament, and then we also have Sparky who can do something if necessary.
It's pilot, co-pilot, 2 gunners to
Well,
operate
yes,
the
but the
ship.
pilots can still fire the weapons. They're just not dedicated gunners.
Just not for the
So
tourists.
there's the 2 triple light blaster cannons that are forward port, starboard port, or starboard. Let's see, wait, forward port, starboard. Then there's a turret-mounted twin light cannon, ion cannon that can't be fired without a gunner, I'm sure. Then
Yeah.
there's the forward-mounted twin concussion missile launcher,
That could be fired.
aft-mounted twin concussion missile launcher. So I'm sure that that's meant to be broke up into 2 gunners. I'm imagining.
Well, yeah, but
It's not a fighter that the pilots are operating guns for.
well, I mean, yes, but I would imagine the pilots can still fire all the forward-facing weapons if they need to, can't they? You just need a gunner for like the aft concussion missiles and then like the turret-mounted ion cannons.
Mm-hmm. And basically, the turret-mounted weapons need somebody in the turret.
Right. But like we can still, between the 3 of us, we can still sort of manage all of the weapons if we need to.
Well, part of them, but okay. I mean,
It's up to you. I feel like we're safer in the Nimbus, and we have more capacity to move people in the GX. So it really ultimately comes down to: are we trying to evac people from their ships and ditch the ships, or are we trying to get them somewhere where we can? Basically, are we trying to escort the ships more, or are we just trying to get the people out?
Yeah, is it escort or evacuation?
And that's why I was saying, even with the Nimbus, we can do evacuation if we need to. It would just be a much slower process, and so we'd have to do it like back and forth sort of thing.
I mean, if we're bringing a gunship, then you bring a gunship with all functionality manned, or you don't bring the gunship. Is my opinion.
I mean, yeah, but
Either you bring it fully operational or you don't bring it.
Yeah, but pretty much all of the. I mean, it is pretty much fully operational. I don't see why.
It's a 5-man crew, is the way the ship's designed, according to spec.
Well, yes, but I think between the 3 of us plus Sparky, like it's
Wow.
not a full crew, but it's enough to operate all the functionality of the ship. Just
And so you guys are having this conversation, and you see that their estimated travel time has peaked past the point of no
Just,
return for you to meet them in time. As
just
all of a
one quick
sudden it's
thing.
flashing. danger close.
Yeah,
Well, the thing is that-
don't
is
count
that-
Sparky as a key person on a gun. He only has a 1 die. That I mean,
Okay.
Don't
Well,
count
here's the
Sparky
thing.
out
if
until
we're
the
taking a
Sparky
armor
counts
gunship, I want a
himself out.
gunship that's fully operational, or we just go in fighters.
Just
and-
take the transport
and fight.
then.
But
That's fine.
the thing about it is the gunship only can carry 6 passengers.
Okay, then
Passengers.
take the transport. Then.
That's passengers for extended travel, not load people up in the cargo for a short jump.
Yeah, you could totally
haul.
get away with shoving a bunch of people in the cargo bay and heading to the nearest planet so you don't run out of air. That's totally a thing that you guys can do. It's your typical refugee moment where you're literally packing people in at unsafe levels, but knowing that it's not like you're going to go for a 2-week journey through space. You're basically pointing towards the nearest port of call where you can land and suck fresh air into the ship.
Okay, so based off of the information we have, do we want to just do an evacuation or do we want to do an escort? Because it
That's
sounds
the
like
real
evacuation right now.
I mean, easily you guys could, get 2 of the light freighters worth of people into your ship with no problem. You could pop in, have them dock on each side of your ship, and load people in as fast as possible.
The ship you're referring to is the Nimbus, correct?
If you guys go with the Nimbus, yeah, you could easily load in 2 of the smaller light freighters,
Okay, well in that case, if we're
or
we're-
one of the 2 large ones. Kind of your breakdown. You can get 1/3 of the caravan in your ship.
Yeah, so it's 3 trips with the Nimbus.
Oh.
And would it be 1 trip with the other ship?
It would be 1 to get their big transport, 1 to get their big transport, and 1 to get the 2 light freighters.
I mean, with the our other ship.
Yeah, with the hauler, it's 200 versus 80. So
Yeah, we could
Yeah.
probably get them all with that.
With the
one.
hauler,
Just
you
one
could
trip.
easily get 2/3 of them, so you don't have to take 1 extra trip or have them follow you behind.
I think with only 3 trips, I think the Nimbus captures best of both worlds in that case, though.
Well, it gives us survivability in case, and
And at least
some
1/3 evacuation, worst case scenario.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
yeah,
there
hauler
we
you
go.
could get away with. It looks like a pilot and a co-pilot. Because
It's really meant for space truckers.
no, because the other does well. It's calling for pilot, co-pilot, engineer, and 2 stewards, and a / cargo hands, which not an issue. But I don't know. They're saying engineer, but yet they're saying the turret, dorsal turret mounted heavy laser cannon. So it's not saying a gunner for that. So I don't know if that's maybe cockpit controlled.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
co-pilot on that one, I don't know, but
like I've been saying, the cockpit can still control most of the weapon systems. It just takes
Well-
the pilot's focus away from actually flying and to firing the weapons.
I don't think so on the other ship because it specifically says 2 gunners. So there's 2 gunner stations to operate those weapons.
Okay, guys, we're
So-
past the danger
Yep.
zone here. Make the call.
Who's gonna be the
So-
one to make the call?
We're taking the Nimbus.
As you're seeing
Alright.
like 3 bips past the danger zone.
I'm
I
driving.
just to the Nimbus. I
All right.
run there.
Do you want me driving or shooting? I've got 4 yellows to pilot, and I've got 3 yellows and a green to fire.
Load up wherever the fuck you think. So I'm getting in, firing up the Nimbus.
Quinn rigs on the pilot controls. So Oni, you can be with me and Gunner if that's what we're doing.
All right.
Okay, so are you going to use the astrogation location that they provided, or are you going to try to one up on the system?
I
Yeah, I
Faith
think
in,
it's good. One up. I
piloting
think
there.
this can do better. Riggs and Quinn, between the 2 of them, they
Yep.
can get us there faster. Help
Mhm.
catch up the time we lost.
And what station is Quinn taking, by the way? Are you piloting, co-piloting?
I think Quinn is our pilot, Riggs is co-pilot, probably.
Well,
Probably.
I've got 4 yellows in piloting, and minus
Okay.
a black.
Is that better than yours, Quinn?
I'm 3 and 1 with 2 black minus. So yeah.
Okay,
the
then
dice
probably
pool's better.
Onion piloting then.
Okay, so
Ooh,
Oni's
yeah.
taking the stick. You're helping Rigger try to do the coordinates for the jump. Kind of sweating bullets there. Super stressful. So that's just going to take away 2 black and add a blue to her pool, right?
I don't get to subtract black from astrogation.
Well,
only from
not
piloting.
Oni if you're piloting, because you're busy piloting the ship while
Yep.
she's giving you the
Oh,
I'm
I see.
helping,
navigation.
which gets
Yeah.
2 blacks. Yeah.
So it's
There
going
you
to
go,
be
yeah.
Quinn helping her if anyone.
Right.
Roger that.
Okay. So go ahead and I'm gonna cash in for. At this point, since they are past the danger zone, I'm gonna need 2 successes and 3 advantages to get there before all hell is broken loose. I just
That's
want to
not
let you know.
sure.
So go ahead and oh yeah, cover up balances of forcing. Nice. Go ahead and give me your astrogation roll.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh no.
Nice.
So
That'll be interesting.
Rigger has got this great course. She can skim the skies. She can get you there faster. It's way better than the plot that they gave you guys. And she's totally saying we're using my coordinates, to hell with their crappy coordinates.
Oh no.
And
Okay.
it's not
Way
that
to
her
be assertive.
astrogation sucks. I mean, it wasn't sucky, but
Something
it
horrible.
was just the situation things are in.
Drama. Okay.
As we have a
Yeah,
momentary, pause of drama. As so, the only ship you guys are bringing is the Nimbus. Is that right?
Yeah, the armed freighter, which
Okay.
I thought we had that as a separate thing. No.
I thought I saw it
Yeah, it's
earlier.
got a character sheet.
Is
Yeah.
it? Or am I missing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
there
in
it
it
is.
right
Sorry,
now.
there it is. Never mind. I missed it.
Yay.
As you'll clearly see on the map that should be materializing before your eyes,
Yep.
here is your Nimbus. As you rip out of hyperspace, beautiful spot that she provided. Just in time to see this Imperial patrol craft fire its missiles on this first lead ship.
Oh dear.
And with only precision as good as Imperials are known for having, it explodes as you guys pop out of hyperspace just far enough to witness the atrocity and carnage of this practically unarmed freighter just getting the ship blasted out of it as the ship, launches its fighters. By the way, that's these 4 fighters. They're disengaging. They're not taking off yet. They're not like they're under. Oh, as you have a rough moment, as all of a sudden you hear the static of the comms as they're just like, "This is the Koshi." Last thing you hear is, "May the force be with you," from an echo of the static, as the other 3 captains are freaking out and screaming of, "Scramble, scramble, scramble! How did the Imperials find us this quickly?"
Yeah.
Oni
Dice.
punches to intercept.
I am punching it.
Ooh.
What's our? I don't know. The speed isn't even on here though. What is it?
Yeah, just a second. I don't know
You're
why that's
currently at
missing.
0 because you came out of hyperspace.
Yeah.
You do have 23 hull trauma and 15 system strain, which is not bad. It is a nicely armored brick.
Yeah, speed is 3. Yeah, -1 handling, 23-15. That's all there, and a silhouette. Whoops, what happened there? Silhouette 4. Yep. Armor 4. And 2 and 1, right? Okay.
Sounds right.
2 and
I get
1.
to
So
take a
yep,
long
that's
drink.
all set.
So go ahead and give me a vigilance. I totally just clicked. You guys pop in. You're seeing this goddamn Imperial patrol craft. It just blasted dozens of people into the ether. I mean, you see the exploding ship with the fireballs that you can both see and hear in space, and as the hull cracks, like you see bodies flung out into. By the way, if you had a propagandist on the team, you totally want to be giving video of this. This poor craft just gets kaplooied.
All right.
And I think they're going to use their cool because they're in combat mode. They're not shocked that this brick in space showed up.
Where are we at? I'm missing it.
What's that?
So those are the 4 ships.
These are the caravan. This
Well,
is your
not
guys'
3.
ship.
Oh, there we are. I'm like, where are we? There we are. All right.
And it looks like, because everyone rolled consistently, the order is sorted quite nicely.
Sure.
And yes, the refugee ships are going last and doing whatever you tell them once you identify yourself. I mean, once you identify yourselves, I mean, you can totally do it on open channels if you. So first things first is you're seeing immediately these TIE fighters start gunning their engines, and each one is oddly enough, except for the first ship, got this one's 2 TIE fighters together. They're each pairing off to a different target, you notice. And you clearly hear squawk, squawk, squawk. This is Imperial TIE Pilot Commander so-and-so. Please stop your crafts or we will be forced to atomize you as well. Do not make us needlessly life. And it sounds almost wholesome the way he says that. And by the way, you kind of think it's this last TIE fighter, by the way.
So they're talking to the other ships.
They're talking to the other ships saying, stand down. Yeah. They didn't even see you guys pop in.
Okay.
They're combat focused on their targets. Obviously, when they were told to jettison their ties and attack, they were told this ship will be handled by them and you get the other 3 to surrender. So what do you guys do? Who's going first?
Would you like me to pilot us in?
Yes, please. Fast as you
Can't
can.
Can't do anything until you do.
I'm going to punch it.
And what does punch it do?
You should take system strain equal to the speed rating of the craft, and you immediately go to max speed.
Yep.
And how much strain is your ship taking? Show me.
What's that take? 3 strain?
Yeah.
Are you
0 to
slamming
3.
it to full speed?
I sure am.
Nice. Okay, as the ship starts.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do though is I'm going to use my my talent to I'll take 2 of them, and the ship will only take 1.
And what talent is that?
Yeah.
Besides an awesome one.
So it's like, yeah, I can convert ship system strain, high G training. So instead of the ship suffering it, I can suffer it, up to 2. So I'll take 2 and spare the ship 2. So ship 1, me 2. Just mark that real quick. So.
As the rest of you are all pushed back in your seats going, "Good idea."
So how many can I move?
So if you're going to max speed, basically 7 squares.
All right, let's see here.
Like me to put a measuring stick down for you?
Yeah, basically send me it's for an intercept course with this ship. Yeah, there we go.
They're definitely coming towards you, and they seem to be getting ready to now break off and take different directions.
Okay.
That sucks. My ship action
Is
sheet.
is it? Yeah. Is there a ship
Took a
sheet
dump.
somewhere around here, or do I need to fish it out?
I can post the link if that helps.
Actually, never mind. I got it. Is punching it a maneuver or an action?
I believe it is a maneuver for you.
I'm looking at it as we speak.
Yeah.
Okay, punch it is a, yeah, that's a maneuver. And
As you are totally inspired by getting this rocket rolling.
mhm.
I mean,
Gotta
it's
do what
nice
you
to go
gotta
from
do.
0 to max speed.
Yeah. Nothing like
Yeah,
pushing a
and
brick.
while I'm doing that, oh darn it.
Because all of a sudden the team's having some inner team conflict saying, damn it, we should have left sooner.
So, darn it, what is that?
So you do still have an action.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out.
There it is.
Okay.
If you're looking for it on the cheat sheet, it's on page 8, if that helps.
I'm trying to figure out what's the range on the guns on this thing. Do we have anything long range or
Come on.
everything close? Okay, we got short.
Do we have anything planetary?
Yeah. Nah,
Well, we got some short range things. How far is short range? How many squares is that?
Pick a color for short range.
'Cause,
There's.
I guess-
Oh, that is not
oh, there
correct.
we go.
I put in the numbers. I put in the numbers. I put in 4 instead of 20.
So is that short or is that close?
That is close.
That's close. Okay, what's
Yeah.
short then? Because we've got some that can go further.
Yeah, our concussion missiles, which are short, or yeah, short.
Those are short, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's
Nice.
short.
There you
Okay.
go. Make life easier for you.
There we
Yep,
go.
they're
It
still
totally
not
looks
right.
like your combat computer where you've got the circle for range.
Right.
As it secretly makes it easier for me, too.
So, okay, so there's not really a lot I can do. So I think I'm just gonna try to check and see if I can see, basically use, like, just observe what's going on, see if I can kind of discern who's going where, like try to kind of anticipate what any of what the ships are doing, particularly
so
this.
are we talking perception or vigilance?
I'm thinking like I'm actively like looking, trying to figure it out, like perception.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception roll as you're looking through the debris field of this ship. Oh, I suddenly out there and remind you the horrible bodies flying through the air.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get a good sense of what's going on here. Is it set?
Yep.
Yay.
He's looking through the view screen across miles and miles of space. Acres and acres of floating debris and bodies. And yet his keen Deveronian eyes peel through the darkness. You kind of clearly see that this ship seems to be reacting to you guys, or
Mhm.
they're just jerks and want to cut off. They're clearly heading this direction.
Okay.
These two TIE fighters that are heading towards this craft seem to be very hesitant. They're not like blasting to go fast. They're not like staying on target. They're just kind of lazily getting ready to get into an escort pattern. And these two look like they're ready to go in for the kill if they don't hear the word surrender any second soon.
All right. So I'll just kind of, I'll, over the ship, but over our comms, I'll just like notify everybody about what they're doing. These guys are being lazy. These guys are really going for it, and these guys are heading our way.
And you see that this last TIE fighter's got super crisp movements. Like he's a really good pilot with your keen Deveronian eyes.
Yeah, aim for this guy first.
And at that exact moment, as he kind of conveys that and slams the gas, this ship clearly moves forward, and you hear crackling over the open channel on the comms. Unidentified freighter who has entered Mondorian sector. This area is under Imperial control. Stand down and stop your engines, or you will be fired upon. Assist these rebel scum, and you will be fired upon. Disobey Imperial orders from myself or any of my men, and
Let me
you
guess,
will
we'll be
be
fired on.
upon. And it's funny because at that point, you guys are totally like, "He's going to say we're going to be fired upon."
Sorry. That didn't come through. Could you repeat that, please?
Ooh, look at you talking crap.
Do it. Say it on an open channel.
But
I dare you.
Yeah. Our comms are messed up. You need to repeat yourself. What are you saying? You're who?
And of course, your computer kind of pings that you were actively just scanned. By the way,
You got a fire on board?
Come on, speak up. I still can't hear you.
okay, as you're talking crap, the ominous Imperial ship just moves forward. Its turret swiveling between this target and this target.
I promise we are no threat to you. We come in peace.
As he
Wow.
comes out of hyperspace and slams on the gas pedal. On
Yeah,
a
I mean,
clear
I'm just like,
intercept course.
I'm keeping up this like barrage of garbage just coming out of my mouth over the open comms for them.
Sounds like someone's almost going to plan a deception next round.
Think about it.
But for this round, who's going next? As your pilot's talking so much smack.
That's
Just like
fine.
non-stop verbiage.
As Kay is
Well-
back at command, and as soon as someone tells him, he'll start researching the sky. Almost like if you're
Yeah.
playing Artemis.
Nice. So
I'm gonna do my leadership thing whenever I get the opportunity. If somebody wants to angle the deflector shields, that's something we can do.
we're already at 2 forward, 1 back. I don't want to leave our back end necessarily open, so I think we're okay with that.
Okay.
I don't think we want to go 3 forward and have our ass end handed to us.
That's fair.
Yeah, because we got fighter and big ship. So no, but I will. So I mean, if we're in scan range, I will have Sparky scan.
Having Sparky scan. Okay, so you holler over to Sparky and say, "Scan the area," to which he will be like, And go
No.
ahead and give me his computers.
You ready?
Yep. Are
right.
you?
Look at that.
As
Ooh.
Sparky comes through like a champ, not only destroying a dark side point for you guys, but also succeeding regardless. As he can clearly tell you, and you and Rigger kind of like turn your heads towards him, like, what do you mean? This ship is broadcasting an Imperial code. As he kind of puts it on the speakers, and you're hearing the.
It's a trap.
Look how
Yeah.
quickly Sparky comes to be the hero of the.
Woo!
Yeah.
Sparky!
As Rigger goes over and gives Sparky an astromech high five,
Yeah.
Clang.
Wow.
which is really just them spinning their heads with their little arms hanging out, going. Okay, so he clearly
Otherwise,
tells
I'm
you
sitting at the gunner panel.
this ship
Heck.
is giving off an Imperial signal, which, by the way, would totally home anyone on any communications range, even before standard
Actually, I
system
guess-
scanners would go. As there's all of a sudden the one TIE fighter sounds like a truck ripping through
Right?
space.
Yeah, he has headers on, so it's deeper sound instead. So I guess I had a roll. I didn't. I forgot that the companion had a initiatives thing. So there's Sparky's initiative.
Yeah, I just have him go on your turn. It's easier that
Oh,
way.
yeah. I already rolled, but whatever.
It's because you're telling him to do it. So what are you going to do?
Oh,
I'm just sitting in the gunner's seat, waiting.
Are you doing any skills? Are you saying anything? I mean, you can totally do stuff besides sitting in the gunner's chair saying, "Hey, I'm trying to get cocky, kid." Sparky totally gives you a thumbs up, like, I gave you vital information. And you do
Yeah.
know he also confirms that the Imperial ship is giving out a general Imperial backup call. That if there's any ships within a few light years, they should be heading this direction to assist.
Yeah. So what would it take to send to the other two ships a coded or type band message?
Well, thankfully, Pappy did give you the direct communications to each of the 4 ships.
Okay.
So you totally would just have to do a quick keystroke and turn on the radio.
Okay. So I just want to communicate to this one and this
Okay.
one. And I will basically advise them that we are here to assist, proceed carefully, but to take and make their way away from X ship.
The Bishu, the Bishu. So you're like Kusaki's Revenge, which is this guy. I totally have labels on them, but you might not see
Oh.
that.
I only see the one, don't see the other two.
mhm.
Which
So,
one don't
but-
you, which one do you see?
I see the one that looks like us at the top and the one that looks like us at the bottom. The two different ships do not have the markers, the Y ships. There we go.
I can totally fix that.
Yeah, that one, and then yep, there we go. So yeah, so basically telling them to take start to kind of casually move away from the Bicho. They are transmitting Imperial signals.
Ooh, that's a
And
good info
interesting.
drop.
It's also interesting because that's why probably why this guy's so lazy in the pursuit.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So who's going next? As he says that to the Boomra and the Kusaki's Revenge. As they immediately, Roger, what coordinates would you like us to head towards? And you identified yourself as the rebel.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted
Yeah.
to make sure. Because they totally know you're coming. They didn't know what ship you're coming in, but as soon as you identify yourself, and what
Yep.
do you identify, you guys?
Just
Privately to these two ships.
Yeah. Thunder Squadron.
Thunder Squad. All right, that's
Yep.
what I was looking for. The money shot there.
Yep. They might have heard of us. We're kind of infamous. And I will then, if I can I only signal to the two, or can I communicate to the other as well separately?
You can quickly pop on a channel to all three after you say that
Yeah.
privately.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have the top two kind of go straight. I'm gonna ask the Bicho to kind of veer right away from the others to separate, and we'll meet up with them.
Go ahead and ping on the map so I can see which direction you want them to go, because they'll totally
Uh,
follow your orders.
Yeah, so I want them to kind of start heading kind of this way,
Okay.
and we'll help intercept. And I want the others to go, basically straight.
Okay, perfect.
So we'll meet up with you, Bicho, to provide cover and get things under control.
Okay. So who is going next? And I think I double clicked. There we go.
And if you want to take Sparky out, you can take the O2 out.
Yeah, I took Sparky out.
Okay.
He was an 01.
Or O1, yeah.
So who's going next? Between our astromech and our
Mendo.
Mando. As you guys got some serious info dump there. Sparky is the hero of the
I'd
day.
like to go last if I can.
Okay.
Sparky's good, man.
Can I do? I am co-pilot, so do you want me to send the two not traders coordinates somewhere, or I'm not sure what I can
Ah,
actually do.
So are you saying you want to start doing your astrogation for jumping the fuck out of here?
That wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
the
For these two.
yeah.
Yeah.
And not this one.
This
Okay.
one's the trader.
So you are out in the colonies, basically the fringe. Where is it you're wanting to go as you start number crunching just for coordinates?
Yeah, find us something a few systems out, but not back towards Core World at this point.
Yeah. Okay. That.
We can jump and then regather and then go from there.
Right.
Okay, so go ahead and give me your astrogation roll.
Okay.
And this red line, by the way, yes, is our very familiar DMZ for the hyperspace.
Oh, okay.
As you're totally like, this is out in the middle of nowhere. And did you flip a light side?
I did.
You tricky little droid. Let me give you your upgrade. Okay, go for it. We have balance in the force.
Nice.
As I'm not going to tell you what that one threat's going to be. But yeah, there's an astrogation threat in play. But you totally have a super fast shot at giving coordinates to you have numbers. Now remember, you can totally transmit those coordinates to any ship you want. Just let me know if you're doing it in a broad transmission or a private transmission.
Private would be good for these two ships right here. These two.
Yeah.
So you're taking a note when you saw Quinn do that you're privately giving them both the coordinates?
Uh-huh. I mean, I was there when Sparky said that this one's a traitor.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I don't want to give them anything.
Well, not that it's a traitor, just that they're broadcasting an Imperial signal. Do you know how easily that can be done?
Somebody's a traitor. I
mean, did you ever see the original Red Dawn where they make kids swallow a RF transmitter?
Yeah, that's not helping their case.
Yeah. Well, we'll work that next round.
Yeah.
Okay. So immediately, Rigger does the astrogation, gets the coordinates to a nice safe place, whatever that threat is, ominous pause, and transmits it to these two ships. So do you say anything to the third ship?
Well,
Um,
she not yet because she needs to do different calculations.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're gonna send them kind of a different direction.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is our Mandalorian gonna do?
I would like to roll some fire discipline to give anybody who needs to start shooting next round bonuses doing that.
Okay, and that's 3 purple, right?
Yep, it is a hard leadership roll.
But for some reason you make it look easy. Go ahead and roll when you're ready. Wow, I'm seeing consistencies with dice rolls. Different dice pools, but consistency with dice rolls.
Now let me double check, make sure. Can't remember what the extra success is versus the
Gotta check the secret sauce, kid.
combat. Starship actions. Fire discipline. Bonus applies to additional crew. Okay, there we go. So that's the everybody gets the blue on their next roll. The 3 advantage instead would give me, or if I had gotten 3 advantage, that would give me an extra strain to the target if they get hit. But with the successes, that means everybody gets a blue on their next attack.
Nice. Okay, so he is giving you some inspiring thoughts.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Okay, so of course, going first, I'm gonna be having this ship come to block you off. But first, we have the ships listening to you because I almost forgot their turn. So this ship is gonna kind of fly into the wreckage. That's gonna be rough. Let's there. Never fun flying into wreckage. Anybody gonna flip a light side for them?
Meh.
Yeah.
They fly into the wreckage, and you see obviously there's some bumps and bangs and some noises, of stuff going on. They don't take a lot of damage, but they apparently take a little system. And then this ship is totally hitting the gas and saying screw you to their sister ship and going as fast and straight as they can towards you. They see the writing on the board. They are going to hit the hyperspace lane, push in whatever number you just provided, and they are gone. And then you have this brick that moves forward. And it's like the turtle following this little hare here. It's just like, I'm coming for you. And next turn is top of the order. Is this ship is getting very close. They don't like the jibba jabba coming from this ship over here, and they are totally going to put some rounds across your bow if they can, if not into your bow. So top of the order for you guys. Who's going first?
That can get us closer.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're currently moving at what,
I'm gonna-
7 squares?
7 squares, and I'm gonna head straight for this guy.
Yeah, you just need to
Ooh.
get us in rocket
Yeah.
range right now.
Yeah, basically, I might be able to. If I can get close enough, I might actually be able to hit him from here. Nice. Okay, so we've got forward-mounted
Now you
torpedoes,
want to
don't
go
we?
back 1 square because your
Oh,
front,
1 square.
your front corner would be in one of these 2
Oh,
squares.
front one. Okay, there we go.
There you go.
So just
Yeah.
just
There we go.
Yep, just the rockets right now.
Let's
Just
see.
the rockets, you say? Just rockets.
Okay, so as pilot,
missiles.
I flew in there. Let's see, where are the Forward-mounted twin concussion.
Yeah, that's. I would imagine that's what we're controlling. You would have, if anything, the guns. I would imagine one of the set of forward guns. 'Cause I would imagine gunners are going to have the rockets. Would be my guess.
one?
It'd
See
be
how
nice
I'm not
quickly
sure
your
which
wing
one's-
commander's like, no, we got control of that.
Oh. So there's there's 3 different concussion missile things.
You
Who's
gotta
on?
shoot them with. There's
There's
forward.
an aft. Oh,
There's
so you
2
guys are both
forwards
on
and an
forwards.
aft. Yeah.
He's immediately
okay.
planning on flipping backwards and shooting with the ass guns.
All right.
Yeah, okay. So, well, in that case, I don't think I can. They're short, so I can't reach them with the cannons.
That's fine. We'll have time for that.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna keep up the jibber jabber and be like, Imperial vessel, you don't have a chance. You might want to just turn around and go home before the rest of our fleet arrives.
Ooh.
This is your one and only. This is your one and only chance to get away from it.
Ooh, I like this. Do me a favor. Give me a coercion or a. Oh, look at him already. That was somebody.
Mhm.
It was Oni in
Yeah.
this case, not trusting his own skills. Give me a
Yeah.
coercion as you're just, dropping all these threat bombs. I just
Oh,
want
I'm
to see.
trying. I'm more like just lying through my teeth here.
Oh, I figured, but let's see if they can figure that.
So is it? I was thinking deception, but you'd rather
Okay.
be coercion.
No, I'm cool
Oh.
with deception.
Oh yeah. I'm just trying to like make it sound like we got a whole bunch of incoming. Ooh, nice.
As go ahead and for the 2 threats, something's gonna happen that you don't quite know. But
Okay.
you basically are dropping the bomb that, hey, there's like the rebel fleets coming. So for the 2 threats, I'm gonna say that you totally dropped the word Thunder Squadron.
Oh, we are. What? Tier 2, I think. Right.
Yeah, you have a name. People know who you are now. You have been identified in general as a Imperial threat.
He drops the name Thunder Squadron. One of the pilots is like, wait, who the fuck is Thunder Squadron? The other guy's like, you've never heard of Thunder Squadron?
Right.
So I guess
Yeah,
that
'cause-
means they think that we really do have a bunch of reinforcements coming.
Yeah,
something
they
along those
have
lines?
active credence in what you're saying. They're just like, oh shit.
Yeah, we have a reputation. So, like I said, we're 2, right?
Yep, you guys
Tier
are
2?
tier 2, almost tier 3.
Yeah. So that increases your your reputation and people that know you, and people might be looking for you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You can totally do that. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right then.
Okay, so you kind of, you get this stammering as you dropped Thunder Squadron. That's what really helped you the most. As you hear some comm chatter of forget these rebels, go after forget these rebel refugees, go after the cruiser, and that's totally coming from, by the way, one of these TIE fighters. I don't think you have to wonder much which one is yelling that command. As you're seeing the screech of TIE fighters. Are totally ignoring the refugee ships and going straight for you.
Yeah,
All
there we
right.
go.
As one of the guys makes a comment about, my brother was killed by Thunder Squadron.
And now you're gonna be killed by Thunder Squadron.
Well, then you're an asshole.
Nothing like the flashy jock to blow the cover.
Thunder Squadron killed my brother. Well, your brother was a dick.
Your brother had it
Now
coming.
you're gonna join in.
And just as you see the TIE fighters kind of doing their thing and sliding up on you, I totally have to double check something. And you'll totally hate the way I check it. It's totally going to scare the crap out of you real quick.
Mhm.
Okay, I do have the right damage and crit. I just wanted to double check. As immediately you see the ports on the launchers on this ship open
What are you
up.
firing with Enos?
What's that?
You're firing with Enos, or did you do that, Enos?
I did that. I was just wanting
Oh.
to make sure I have the damage and the crit correct. As all of a sudden a pair of missiles launch off this transport.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. As you see the gun ports open up. I was totally waiting for someone to... I think it intimidated you because I clicked the button.
No, we need them.
Damn!
Like I said, we need them, so.
Oh,
You
and
don't.
what is your defense? 2 forward, right?
Yep.
2 forward, yes.
Let me clear the G. Got to roll those. Roll those. And... As conveniently for you guys, that the ship fires 2 torpedoes at your ship. They kind of like glance off your shields because I want the shields to sound like they do a good job, and they kind of explode effortlessly across your ship.
Yeah, they get all scared.
As
They gotta.
that's the only gunner that can do something right now. Who's going next? As there's all these gunners who all want to shoot back and forth,
Somebody shoot.
and
Well-
everybody is just out of range.
Given that our
No, not
weapons
everybody.
that are actually in range have already fired, I guess I'll just do the thing again and hope that we get more shots off next
Whoa,
round.
whoa.
No,
Why-
shoot
We
torpedo.
each can fire a missile too.
Yeah,
Sorry.
fire 'em, man.
We can?
Yeah.
Do we have enough
Yeah.
missiles for that?
Yes, the dark green is the
Missile range.
forward mounted or the twin missiles, and
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah,
there's
but
two of them. There's 2 forward and 1 aft. So I am going to take the first slot and fire.
there are 2 pairs of.
Yes, you have 3 launchers total.
Yes.
2 pointing forward and 1 pointing aft.
Well, yeah, but they're twin launchers, so that means that there's
They
like
each shoot
6
2.
total. Yeah, that's
each,
crazy.
each one is
Yes.
independently fired. Yeah.
And they each have 10 rounds, but they're slow firing.
Yep.
I see.
Now is totally the time to shoot missiles at each other because you're
Okay.
just in missile range and it gives time for you to reload when you're shooting blasters.
Cool.
Yes, it does.
So, do you have any cool things that give you blue besides the blue that you already have?
Well, I've got something that gives me a upgrade that I just slipped.
Oh, yeah. You totally flipped it.
I did
before
fire
could.
discipline last round though, so shouldn't he still get the blue from that as well?
That's the blue I'm referring to.
Yeah, that's the blue he's given me. So, and I'm just double checking. I don't.
I see.
know. I don't remember if I have anything that helps me with shooting, but let me look. Because maybe I do.
Maybe he
Maybe I
forgot
don't.
something. He's been patching up people all this time. He forgot he became a hardcore ship killer.
Well, I might use that. Okay. Nothing that I need to use at this moment. So.
Okay, so I got the difficulty in there for you.
And the upgrade.
Yep, and the upgrade,
Yep.
and the blue
All
dice,
right. All right. Ready?
and their shield.
Yep. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
So now we will go back to skills that I might use.
I was trying to
And,
sneak some salad into me, and I almost died putting it in my sinuses. Interesting roll.
So you know what? I am going to go ahead and do that for you.
So what does that do for you?
That I am using Dead to Rights. Spend
I
one
love
destiny
that one.
point to add additional damage equal to half of the agility rounded up to
Oof.
one hit of a successful attack made with a ship or vehicle mounted weapon. So my agility is a 4. Right? Yeah, 4. So that's 2 additional points.
Okay, so we're talking
So that's
12 so far.
Is that what it comes out to? So
Yep,
yeah,
6 plus 4.
12 plus we will link with the triumph.
Ooh. Okay. Now, does that work for one attack, or what does the verbiage say on that talent? I'm totally cool with it working for both, as I'm trying to get vinaigrette out of my sinuses.
Sorry to scare you like that.
No, that's beautiful. That's perfect timing.
I think
That's some epic Star Wars shit. They're firing 2 missiles and having them sweet spot.
Yep. So spend 1 destiny point to add additional damage equal to half agility, rounded up to 1 hit of a successful attack.
Okay, so just one of
So
them.
1 hits for 12, the other
And one
hits for the 10.
Both have breach 4.
Breach 4, yep.
And so let's see. The first one, breach 4, conveniently gets past its armor, which gives some math on my point. Minus 12, and then minus 10. This thing looks like shit.
Hey, that was us.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah, fix your guys. Yeah, fix your guys. That's it.
Wait, what happened to our damage?
I accidentally put it on your ship.
Oh. Jesus. I'm like, hello?
Give us heart attacks now.
Their ship has a little more armor than you guys do. So it definitely has taken some hull trauma, and I'll even move it down to it's about half damage with this amazing dual missile shot that you showed their gunner how to properly shoot missiles at a target. You don't aim for the
how it's
shields,
done.
you aim for the ship.
Nice, nice, nice.
As
So-
Bruce Lee would say, you punch 2 inches past the target.
Hit right there like this. And
And you still have an advantage.
oh, I do, don't I?
You could pass me a blue.
Sure, and I'll holler at Sparky to do a spoof missiles.
Okay, is that something we need to do now?
Well, it goes for until the crew member's next turn.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care.
Oh, my sinuses are killing me, so I need to give... I'm assuming he's doing computers since that's his better skill, right?
Yeah, computer check. So
Okay, so I need 2 purple for his spoof. He's totally like, Roger! Especially since you almost got hit with missiles. The perfect time to
Yeah.
shut that guiding shit down.
He can't
Okay.
shoot anything, so he's like, oh shit, I gotta shut that shit down.
And just because I want to give balance back to the Force, go ahead and
Sure.
roll his computer skill.
All right, let's do this. Computer. Ouch.
Oh,
Wow! The most potent difficulty dice in the night. But you have advantage all day long.
Yeah. Wow. So he didn't spoof upgrading anything, but he is giving them a black on their next action. So it did do something to their systems,
Okay, lots of spoofing going on.
just not to the level.
So that's
Um,
just 2 of your advantage. You still have
Yeah.
3. Do you want to upgrade somebody shooting missiles back since he's so busy blocking?
Yeah. That's what I was going to work on was an upgrade
Okay.
for the next missile launcher.
So a black and an upgrade, huh?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like giving war charge, like there's no more missiles for me to spoof. I'll help guide our missiles on target. How about that? Wink, wink from my astromech.
So, all right,
Okay.
Enos.
So is
Let her
Enos
rip.
gonna shoot his missile launcher before it is blaster time?
Yeah, finish that thing off, man. Enos.
As Enos is silent at his control panel.
He's still in awe at my marksmanship.
As Oni is making sure I don't bring balance back to the force.
Sorry, guys. What was that? I was grabbing snack.
Fire away. You have an upgrade and the blue.
And a free upgrade.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna aim.
Okay, so I've got 2 blue, 2 upgrades against the difficulty and the shields, which have not been doing much.
I'll take 2 strain to aim again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Make
And I
it
mean, you
happen.
did hear my shot, right? You were here for that?
Yes, I was
And-
here for that.
And it's
Yeah, we-
totally that Enos ran to the vending machine because we totally need an astromech to shoot us snacks and got himself a snack before he fires.
He's like, oh, shit. Quinn
I
has
was
this thing
sitting at the
almost
vending
done. I
machine.
can take a quick break.
I was sitting at the vending machine looking out the window when I saw your hit land, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Okay, I don't
it.
see the ship's weapons on my vehicle sheet.
No, pick up. No, click on the ship
Nimbus.
in the thing. Yep, and then you're in one of the slots under skills and yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it.
The Nimbus on
I-
under the.
What's it under? So I'm clicking on the Nimbus. Oh, it's in the list thing. Sorry.
No problem. There's totally an Enos on a forward-mounted twin concussion. Oh, and now you just move the screen, slowly peeking over your shoulder.
Yeah.
You're at the very bottom of the weapons list.
Here we are. Forward-mounted twin concussion missile launcher.
Yes.
Kablooey!
Oh, there we go.
A hit!
Those were the wimpiest blue dice I've ever seen.
There's a lot of blank dice there total.
I hit!
I went to get a drink. I went to get a celebratory drink, so I didn't see yet. Wow.
So
What'd you hit?
you fire your missiles, and they go off, and one explodes prematurely on the shields. You know, young Mandalorian warriors. It's happened. The second does hit home for what, a solid 7 points.
Yeah, with breach 4.
Yeah, looks like it, yeah.
Okay, translates to about a
Is it
solid
enough?
6 points. And this thing is totally totes Magoat still flying.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Let's put it this way. Quinn shot, you saw parts of the hull peel away. Enos's shot, it took another dent.
A ding.
That's all right, young man. We'll get you there.
I hit it!
Okay,
And
and
for
what is Rigger gonna do? Is Rigger next, or is it Oni? Oh no, it's Rigger, right?
So, yeah,
For
Rig.
the advantage, I'll pass the next person to blue.
Yeah, so Rig, if you can spin up coordinates and shoot it to the other ship somewhere, kind of the other direction.
Yeah, we can do
Oh, divide and conquer.
Like, yeah.
Okay, give me your astrogation check as I keep talking to Saul for time.
I-
Right now.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
I
all
saw
right.
the 0 and figured you'd do this. So,
I had to erase all those upgrade and blue dice in the dice pool.
all right. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're good, but yeah, he's got stuff to play with now.
So
Yeah,
you
well,
totally spin up the coordinates, and I'm assuming you transmit it to that ship, saying once you get clear, use these coordinates.
yeah.
Okay. As secretly unbeknownst to you, the ship is getting your coordinates, but they know your IP address. They know Rigger's middle name.
I don't even know my middle name.
Right.
Nobody's open.
Ig.
You haven't been opened up to yourself to see what your middle name is.
Nope.
Okay, so top of the order, things are happening. This ship is totally getting danger close as you shove missiles down its face. You know, you don't know exactly what's going on in the ship, but you sense there are a bunch of turrets, 4 of them in fact, swiveling in your general direction at this very moment.
I bet they are.
And basically, you hear this loud Imperial commander's voice saying, "Rebel ship, we will destroy you and then finish off Thunder Squad once they arrive. You incompetent buffoons. TIE
We
fighters,
surrender.
focus
We're scared.
fire." I mean, you can totally try for deception to surrender. Okay, so who's
Yeah.
going next?
So
Piloting,
I
keep
mean,
us on the brink, probably kind of veering this way to help intercept them,
sorry, what was the suggestion?
keeping us at this point. We don't want to go into the heart of things. We want to stay on the brink here and intercept to help these guys.
What guns do I have control over here?
those little tiny guys on the front of your ship right there.
Yeah, you
What are
got
those?
the
Triple light blasters?
well, they're not tiny, but yeah, triple light blasters that have a forward port and starboard arc.
Okay.
They're
okay.
tiny by comparison. They're the size of a small car.
Okay, let's
But
see.
it is linked too, so I mean you could do some
That's
damage.
not
You
too
Yeah.
bad.
roll right.
Not too
Notice how he
Let's see.
threw out the roll right part.
bad. We gotta kind of figure out where our. Let's see. If we go 7.
All right, so let's
There. Ooh, I could reach that guy probably. Hey, those missiles are slow firing, right?
Yep.
yes, they are.
Somebody hop in that aft turret.
Well, no, there's 2 gunner stations that control, so it's not.
Oh, you can do either one.
Yep.
That's what I'm guessing. If I remember the ship layout right, it's like a gunner station that 2 seats at a gunner station that controls the array of weapons.
As you say that, and then momentarily materializes on the page that's got the sheet.
Yeah. Is that the one that has the breakdown? No.
No, it's not.
Okay, I got an idea,
929.
guys. I got a great idea. Okay.
I mean, you can always shoot before you do any kind of movement. So
Yeah, I had something else in
Because
mind.
remember,
Can we
you
go
are
back to
moving
the
at
map?
speed 7. I mean, you are going
Yeah, I know.
really fast.
Yeah, so here's my thought. What I want to do is basically like I want to buzz right past this guy, like so. You guys can drop some missiles on him from behind, and I want to use the triple cannons on this guy. So if I can move, let's see, I should be able to move enough to get there, right?
Yeah, you can totally go into the debris field. I like that idea. Debris field.
Okay, so where the debris field is this guy right here,
Yep.
right?
Is pretty much
Okay.
anyone touching that guy. That's
Okay,
a small
so
fighter.
what? So is that where I have to? Let me see something here. That's 7, right? That's 7.
Uh-huh.
So like that would be. Can I make it like here? Oh, then I wouldn't reach that guy. But if I go there, he's in range. I'll risk the debris field to take a
Ooh.
shot at this guy.
Excellent. So you go
Ah.
ripping right past the carrier, and you're just like, later, skater, I surrender. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And that TIE fighter is coming up real hot and fast, just close enough that you could take a pot shot at it.
That's what I'm doing.
Glad
Okay.
we followed suggestions. All right.
Okay,
Well,
so
I went generally the direction you wanted me to.
go ahead and
No.
roll me your shot for the blasters.
Blaster shot. Okay. Triple light blaster cannon. All right, here we go.
Interesting things will happen. Damn.
Ouch.
As you fire your triple blasters and kind of the debris kind of sucks up some of it, but one of the beams hits true. And what's that damage for that one beam that hits true?
Well, that would be 4 plus 5. That's 9.
Wow. 9 points to a TIE fighter. Needless to say, you have this ace on ace moment where you're just like, it don't matter what I fly, ace, I'm the ace. And it just kapluis in space. You totally hear this roaring cheer from the Burma as they see this TIE fighter get vaporized by you. As you totally save them and they're like, yay! And
All right.
do me a favor.
Yep.
So go ahead and give me a piloting check.
You know what? Just because I have to, coming in hot, blowing away their ace, I'm like totally showboating it.
And what does showboating do?
Well, I take 2 strain, and
Okay.
let's see here.
It
And
annoys the
if
wing
I
commander.
if I succeed in my roll, I add a triumph to it. If I fail the roll, I add despair to it.
What's the worst that can happen?
Like I said, it annoys the wing commander. That's what it does.
All
As
right.
he's showboating
Woo.
into the debris field, as bodies are bouncing off your deflector shields.
No, I'm weaving in between the bodies. All right, are you ready for that roll?
Yep.
That remains to be seen.
Oh shoot, I lost the Nimbus. There it is. Okay.
The pilot lost the ship for a second.
Here we go.
Because he's.
Oh. It's a wash.
Which is a failure.
So,
Which is a
as
despair.
you kind of,
Oh wait.
and when he
yep,
says
yep.
weaving in between the bodies, he means he's not having any hit the viewport that he's looking through, but you're hearing bodies going ka-tunk, 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 ka-tunk along the lining of the ship. Basically,
My
you know, in
bad.
space movies when you hit something and it just spins and drags across the whole ship. And then all of a sudden you hear the micrometeor sound of ship debris going ting, 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 ting. So since you failed the piloting check and there's a despair, go ahead and since it's a collision, it's probably not life threatening because it's going to be a crit minus 50. Go ahead and roll that crit.
But hey, you got an advantage.
Let's see.
Roll low. Remember, it is minus 50. So odds are, if you roll low, you're just going to, wave that shit off.
What do I have to? I set negative 50 on the critical roll off of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minus. Okay, here we go.
Wow.
Oh, damn.
As you roll a 73, which is a 23, which is losing power to shield. As all of a sudden, like the debris field just hits your shield emitters or some wire connected to it, and you just hear the shields going.
Well, actually, doesn't one of the 4 go down? Not the
Yeah,
whole thing?
just the front
Yep.
what
just
goes down by
the-
1, so it's still at
Fun.
1.
Mhm.
Okay.
And suffer 1 system strain to the ship.
Well, I'll use that advantage I got before to like.
Well,
I'll
this
take the
is
strain
the
for the
ship.
ship, and then right. I
Right,
can
for
take
what,
the
though?
strain for the ship. Well, for
Because the
my
crit
talent.
says suffer 1 system.
No. If
If there's
ship
no.
or
duh,
vehicle
you're right.
has no defense, suffer
You're
1.
right.
It still has 1 and
Yeah,
1.
yeah.
Okay, so for that despair, go ahead and take out that -50 and roll me another crit.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
As the first hit kind of wonkies out one of your shields, and the second hit was just him being a cocky ass.
Wow. dude.
Oh, how serendipitous.
Okay, we got no defense. Sorry, guys.
As,
that
Brass
was my
has
bad.
still got defense, but yeah.
As the one shield emitter in the back is still working fine, but the one in the front is pretty much gone. As there's this
Got that.
sparkling
More
effect
strain,
of the
too.
shield sucking up all this debris,
Oops, wrong direction.
and then you see the shield just wonk out completely.
Quinn, if we survive this, please remind me to never let Oni drive again.
Put a showboat behind a brick.
As wow, super dangerous times.
Yeah, +4 strain. So on top of that, so yeah. Because now we have no defense in that.
Well, that's you still
Area.
had 1 defense left.
We had it. We don't take. The
Well, no.
strain this
Well,
time.
no. It's basically like the other: decreased defense in affected defense zone to 0, and
Yeah.
all other defense zones by 1 point. Oh shit! So both defense zones are 0
Yeah. So basically, we just have no.
until
no,
repaired.
shield.
If ship or vehicle has no defense, suffer 4 strain.
Yeah, so if you didn't have shields at all, you got battered with stuff.
Yeah, but we
Okay,
had the
that's-
shield, so we don't take the
Okay,
strain.
so not after the fact. Okay, that's fine. So, but now we're defenseless completely.
And
Nice.
and
Well,
the TIE fighters are
I-
ripping towards you, by the way.
I did
Uh-huh.
get 1 advantage. Is that enough to pass a black along to the next one that fires? Or do you need 2?
You need 2.
Okay, so for that 1, I guess I will. I'll pass the blue to the next person who goes.
And this is
'Cause,
where I say, so you have no defense, right? As I
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
we now have no defense. No.
winkingly say that when I pull up my TIE fighter.
Mm-hmm.
So the first duo is going to shoot at you. There's actually going to be a black dice since they're shooting through the debris field. Think of how protective that debris field is.
Yeah.
Hey.
I mean, it's totally adding a black dice.
Yeah, it's almost like
It's
having
something.
a defense.
It's exactly like having a defense.
I mean, it could have been 3 defense instead of 1.
This is true.
Well, hindsight's 20/20, my friend.
No.
As you see the 2 TIE fighters come screeching in, going ka-choo, 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 and they hit you for 9 points of damage.
What's the armor on this thing?
4.
4? Okay, so we take 5 then.
As the solo TIE comes from his direction, and he's going to get ready to shoot you. He's going to gladly take the blue dice that they provided him. And because he's all alone, he's totally going to take 2 strain to take a extra aim. Ho 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 ho! And an upgrade to difficulty. However, However, he is not going to have a black dice for the debris field since there is enough of your ass sticking out of the debris field for him to easily get a clean shot. Okay, you ready? Did you give me
Yep.
some light side points? I love it.
Oh.
As he alone, he was, of course, the Ace's wingman. That's why he's badass, apparently. That nails you guys for the linked one, so it's 7 then 7 before soak.
Oof.
Pew, 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 as the ship shudders under blaster fire. And you totally can hear Quinn think really loud it'd be nice to have deflector shield.
Or
That's
be,
my bad. My bad.
Or be along the jump line. Yeah.
On the plus
Don't worry.
side,
I can throw her into reverse.
as these 4 turrets turn around to face your now... Oh, you lost those shields too, didn't you?
Oh yeah. No, we're completely no shields in any direction. Yes.
And no help from the debris field on that direction.
Oh dear.
But they are being spoofed. Oh no, he failed. Fuck.
Well, if they're shooting missiles, they're being spoofed.
True. Actually, yeah, they can't shoot because they just fired, right? So they
Yep,
got their cooldown too.
they're on cooldown.
But we have ours in the
But
rear
they
at least.
conveniently have medium laser cannons,
Mhm.
which they totally could have shot you earlier with, but they didn't take their shot when you were... They're making up for that now. So the first of 2 gunners is going to take his shot. This is when I momentarily pause. If anything's going to
Oh.
happen with light side points here.
I was gonna say, I guess we have some, so
Yeah, might as well.
Oh, look, it's someone flipping.
yes.
It's increasing the difficulty as he's about to shoot you. So here is the first shot.
Oh
Fuck.
no.
Oof. So he's going to hit you for 6 points.
So what's the next campaign?
And roll me a crit. As your ass was all lit up.
Oh boy.
As you're hearing hull plating peel and burn. Oh, well, see, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Suffer force system strain. I'll take 2 of them.
Okay, so you're going to take the personal strain then?
I'll take 2. Yeah, I'll split it with the ship. I'll take 2 personal.
How are you doing?
Stressed.
And gunner number 2 is going to take his shot. As I momentarily pause to see if anyone's going to flip a light side, so I don't have to go back into the... Oh, look, I don't have to go and change the dice pool. It's exactly the same.
I'm just trying to make life easy for you.
Why, thanks.
Uh,
As his turret shoots at you and gives you a nice solid broadside for a solid 7 points before your armor.
ay, ay, ay.
So who's going next? Tide has turned from you guys roasting them to all of a sudden your
Mhm.
hull is pocked and burned and blasted. And someone's going to have to explain that to Pappy.
Well, somebody can shoot this guy with the aft concussion missiles.
Yeah, that.
Someone can report that to Pappy if we survive this. Someone
Yeah,
can control.
yeah. I can either shoot the ion turret or you can shoot the missile, whichever order. I don't care. What's your gunnery?
My gunnery is probably not quite as good as yours.
Okay, then I'll go first to hopefully pass something on to you then.
Okay.
So, because
So who are you
mine's 3 and 1, so
You're shooting this guy?
I can't.
Oh. So you
'Cause
shoot
it's,
this
the
guy
turret
or
is-
this guy?
Yeah, the turret is whatchamacallit. forward and port and starboard.
Okay, so the question I have is, are you shooting through the debris field or just straight across at the guy right in front of you?
Probably the single closest to us.
Okay.
Where is it? Turret mounted twin light ion cannon.
I'm bringing
All right.
balance back to the force.
Sure.
Just because it
All
makes me not have to worry about changing the dice.
Yep. Ready?
Yep.
All right.
Nice.
So that would be 9 or 8. No linkage.
Okay, so 8 points without linkage is enough to blow up that TIE fighter that's at point
All
blank
right.
range. As you're just like exchanging shots with him and blow him into a beautiful wreckage that's kind of bouncing off the wreckage that's out there. And totally no Oni's gonna totally crash into that wreckage.
You mean the actually deactivated TIE fighter because it's ion?
Oh, it is Ion. So yeah, it's shut down, and the pilot's hoping he doesn't die when you run over him.
Yeah, tumbling through space. Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, nothing to pass on to you, man. Oh, and Riggs, fix that shit. Or not Riggs, sorry. Sparky, fix that shit.
I was about to say I'll do it. But...
Sorry.
And what exactly are you wanting him to do?
I'm gonna have him try to fix one of the crits, I guess.
Ooh, which crit? So I know how difficult the dice need to
Well, let's see here. Let me look at the crits.
be. Look at the crit page.
Do the easier one.
Now
Because
that we
if it
have
succeeds,
multiple,
it prevents us from potentially dying on the next crit.
I mean,
So-
that one purple, that's a pretty easy one to get rid of.
yeah, but does that
The damage doesn't kill us on the next hit.
fixing that, does that allow for the system to come back online at all, or?
It would if you didn't have 2 other shields down stacked on top of it. You know, if you didn't have all of the shields getting lambasted with every crit, I would totally say
Yeah,
yes.
all 3 of them are the same freaking kind of crit, man.
Yep, there's consistency there.
So sealing that crit's really not going to solve anything other than.
It doesn't. It reduces your next crit by 10.
Yeah, I know.
Think of it that
so,
way.
Yeah, I know, but let's see.
So you're gonna do it?
No, hold
No,
on.
you're plotting.
Yeah,
Poor Sparky's like flying through the ship, waiting to hear what you want him to do.
yeah. So we're gonna. So they're down. They're knocked down, but can they be boosted up to something still?
No, they are down.
Okay. All right.
Because
then
boosting
that-
basically is you're flipping from one to another.
Yep.
But they are down at the moment.
Well, no, because boosting shields suffer one system strain on a success, increase the defense in one zone by 1 for 1 round per success.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's boost
So
shields.
that one you're actually
Reflector
boosting
shields.
more power out of them versus rearranging.
Yeah, versus flipping as a maneuver.
Right.
But at the moment they are down.
Down. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and get rid of the crit at least. One of the crits to
Okay, so you need a
at
purple.
least. Yeah, 1 purple.
Okay, I got 1 purple in there for you.
All right. Yeah, let's
What's
see.
the worst that happens?
All right.
As he goes running through the ship to go fix the shields.
Okay, here he goes. Look at that. There we go.
Hey, so go ahead and heal that easy crit.
1 crit down.
Hey, that means you're only plus 20, and it's hard to have your ship blow up on a perfect
Yes.
crit at only plus 20.
Yep. All right.
Okay?
And all right. And let's finish that damn thing off.
Missiles.
Okay, here we go.
Okay,
I'm
so you're firing
switching it.
missiles.
Oh, aim.
So
Aim.
Jim, I'm gonna aim, and then I'm gonna aim again.
Okay, so he's stressing as he's lining up that target reticle with the missile launcher. Okay, so I got an upgrade and 2 blue for your roll against their 1 rear shield and the fact that I can't roll dark side points. I already flipped the light.
All right,
Anything
you
else
ready?
you got there?
Nope, I think that's it.
Okay, so there you go.
Here goes.
Nice.
Damn! I was hoping that setback dice would really help.
Yeah,
So
no
we're
length, but
talking 9 points of damage, right?
yep, reach 4.
That means
Take
8
that.
points of damage. Okay, as you see, like it's down to a third of its whole integrity, and you
And
have
with that,
1 advantage.
pass blue.
Okay. And of course, the ships are following your orders to the T. We got this guy flying this way. He's hitting the gas and going a little faster. This guy, you already know, is flying his ass out of there, and this tugboat is like blip. Literally sounds like a gonk droid. He's just going gonk, gonk, gonk. As you're getting the ominous space sounds of ships, passing each other. Of okay, top of the order. We're gonna have the Imperial commander and pilot is basically radioing in that Thunder Squadron's coming, blah blah blah. Summoning all forces. He's going to have, yeah.
Did I go last round?
Didn't you give these guys the bad coordinates last round?
I think that was the one before, actually.
Yeah, I thought it was the one before.
think
Okay,
so.
if it was the
I
one
think it's get
before,
fixed.
what does Rigger do then?
Just some
Can I do what
repairs.
Sparky did? Do
Or you shoot
repairs?
the pair because you got
Ooh.
the other missile turret.
Do I? Oh, then I want to shoot something.
I mean, not missile turret, but the other gun turret.
Okay, so I need to bring up Nimbus, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, bring him up.
So who are you shooting and what are you shooting? There's a pair of TIE fighters on the other side of the wreckage coming after you guys.
Uh-huh.
There's this ship that seems to be kind of diverting its attention between you guys and the escaping rebel craft.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but he's kind of behind us technically, so
You
Right.
almost think he's gonna have the gunners divide their attention.
Okay. So I'm divided. Who do you guys want me to shoot?
technically we're kind of like that, right?
Yep.
Oops.
Okay.
That's what your pilot was trying to do, but instead he kind of mushed you into the wreckage.
Ah, I see. So who do you guys want me to shoot at?
Well, the only thing you can shoot is the ties
Oh,
Yeah,
then
just
I'm
go
gonna
for
shoot
the
the ship.
ties,
Yeah.
because you have a basically forward and left and right,
Goodness. Okay.
not direct aft.
Okay,
Okay.
are you aiming?
Yes.
Okay. So I've got your difficulty. I've got a black dice added because of the debris field. And I do believe a friend passed a blue forward, right?
Yep.
I think he did. I heard him do
That
it.
I
You
did.
did.
Yep. So I've got that in there. So I got 2 blue against a black and 2 purple.
Okay. Am I clicking the one that has my name on it? I'm
If
guessing.
you're
Yes.
wanting to shoot
Okay.
me with your skill, yes.
Yay. Okay. Ready?
Okay. Fire when ready. Damn.
Something?
Nice.
Okay, so
I like shooting things.
Wait, what's that crit?
that's
The crit
6
ain't right,
points
is
of
it?
damage, right? So it takes
Crit.
some damage because its armor gets to soak against that, and it's still alive. Do you want to use those 2 advantages to have your linked work?
Probably. Will it hurt it more?
It will do
Yeah, you
more
definitely
damage.
want
Yes.
to.
Yes.
Basically,
You're
it will-
doubling the
it,
damage.
it will
Yeah.
do twice as much damage.
Then yes, I would like.
And
to.
as your twice as much damage hits it, one of the TIE fighters completely explodes.
Yay.
So there's only
This
a
is awful.
lonely TIE fighter there.
Die.
As
Okay.
clearly you can see with that black dice there having a fail, the wreckage totally ate up some of those laser beams.
Yeah.
Okay, so as I was saying, the pilot is moving the big ass ship to intercept both this craft and shoot at you guys, because why are they going to let that pass? And you know they're totally planning next round to shoot missiles at that one. Okay. So who's going next? Top of the order.
I might want to get us out of here.
Well, you might want to turn it so we can fire some missiles forward. Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
good.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we can get rid of that.
So, okay. So let's see. Basically, I just want to kind of do, how do you make it multiple dots?
Oh,
Like on the,
Oh,
it-
for
you hold
I think
down
it's
something.
It's
Yeah.
that, then shift. No. The hell was it? Control?
You move.
The hell
oh,
was
I
it?
got it. It's right click. Okay.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
We gotta be pointing at them, right?
Yep. If you want to use missiles
And
on 'em.
forward arc.
Is it just the front arc, or it can be
Front
like
arc on the missiles.
Okay, front only.
Yep. But
Okay.
remember, at this point, they can shoot back. They're going to have their missiles too. So maybe other direction.
Which way do you want me to go?
Well, so
I'm taking orders this time.
they're firing. So are their firing arcs for the missiles appear to be similar to ours?
They,
And
they
arc?
apparently seem to be forward-facing weapons.
Right.
They
Okay.
immediately pops up on your comms and confirms that this weapon's forward-facing missile tubes won't
Yeah. So
affect
we
you
want
if you come from behind.
Yeah. So
Okay,
we
so
want to
basically,
come backwards behind them.
Are you
so
wanting
they
to
have to
fly through the debris field?
I don't think we want to do that again. Well, I was thinking go up here and pull a U-turn and come straight at him like this.
Whatever. As long as we're not in their
Or
forward
some-
arc easily.
As he goes to ramming speed.
Yeah, basically I want to just kind of do a U-turn thing and flip around and then kind of come back like that.
Okay. You're getting bold as brass. Telling this other ship, move out of my way.
Yeah, just kind of do this like U-turn behind him. And so we're just out of range of the cannons.
The TIE fighter
so you
pilot in
guys-
his disabled TIE's just got his hands on the viewport, watching you guys fly past him.
Oh, but I can. So I'll pilot around there, and then I'll shoot this guy with the blasters as I'm making my turnaround.
Okay, shooting through the debris field.
All right.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, take your shot.
Get lucky.
All right.
Okay, look at you. I put balance back in the force.
Yeah.
All right. So
So-
6.
Much like Rigger taking that shot, you damage it, but it is still in the air. Beauty of having armor too. Means you only take 4 points, but it looks like shit. It looks like a stiff space wind could probably put this thing down.
All right. So now we can use the forward torpedoes on this guy because they had last round to reload, right?
Yeah, it's one.
Okay.
So we pass last round. Now we can fire this round.
Yep.
Yeah.
Slow firing 1. Hopefully theirs
Okay.
are slow firing 2 or something.
Interesting tactics you're going for here. Okay, so as you're turning around to press the attack, the turrets on this bad boy, like I said, we're dividing their attention between this guy and still this guy.
We're out of range now, though. Aren't they?
They have different
Not
turrets,
from what
so
you
I don't
saw
know.
with that turret fire. It seems to be very heavy military tech.
Oh,
they
darn
have-
it.
It's not the same ship.
I thought it was a similar blaster.
And of course, the gunner, he's going to aim. And here comes that shot. Is he shooting at you guys? First one shooting at you guys. Then the next one will be shooting at the
Shit.
next ship.
So we take
four.
Ooh.
Wow.
4 more
So-
points.
8 points off your hull. Laser fire is peeling back your armor. Oof.
That hurt.
Shields
You've
would
already
be
taken
nice
the
right now.
damage, right?
I just did, yeah.
Yeah, that 3 that you're left with.
Did
is
somebody else
after the
take it
damage.
too? Oh,
No,
yeah.
no.
No, that's
just-
that's correct. He was
I was
just
just
wanting to
making
make sure
sure.
that your ship didn't just explode.
Yeah.
And you know what? The other gunner will totally use a dark side point too. Because he wants help shooting this guy. Especially since he has, a commander screaming in his face saying, "Don't let that ship escape! If it escaped, you let it escape." Oof. As
Dang.
he is clearly going to both. Well, he can't crit, but he's going to hit with both barrels of this thing. And this ship has taken some damage now. Not enough to like blow it out of the air, but it's got some good carbon scoring on the back of it. And we're gonna say he's given a blue to the next one of them to go. So we have a lone TIE fighter who is going to carefully fly around the debris field and bravely protect his mothership.
Oh,
And
jeez.
he's gonna shoot at you guys.
We're gonna take
Oh,
and get
If-
blasted.
oh.
We're
If
gonna
we
get
fly-
blasted.
To a fucking TIE fighter.
We're gonna get blasted out of the
Oh.
air by a paper mache TIE fighter.
he's gonna be the guy who they talk about at Imperial Academy School.
Mhm.
Are you ready with your upgrade?
No.
But are you ready anyway?
No.
Everyone ready to butt pucker?
So
Here it comes.
put my
Oh, thank God.
Oh, thank
As he
Oh,
goes,
thank God.
pachoo, 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 and you get classic Star Wars where the blasters just explode in space. You don't see what they hit, but they explode and shake your ship in a very intimidating way. As he's like, "Rebel scum, you will not leave the planet." And who's going next?
All right. We are shooting. And we are shooting at the big ship there.
Looking at the big ship.
Yes, with the rockets. And we're doing that. Okay.
And would you say you're shooting at the front half or the back half?
Well, now I have options. I'll probably shoot at the back half, assuming,
Okay.
hoping they have the lesser
Lesser shielding
Uh,
on the back half?
shield, hopefully. Yeah.
Okay, and I've got your upgrade in there.
All right. All right. Are we ready?
You
Yep.
gonna double aim it?
Oh, yeah. I guess
Oh,
I'll double
okay.
aim.
So you're
I
gonna,
didn't do that.
you
so I haven't
didn't even
taken any
single
strain.
aim.
No, I know. Didn't even think about it.
I was
Like,
totally gonna let you roll without saying anything.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Okay, so I've got 2 blues in there.
Yeah, let me take my personal strain real quick before I forget. Oh, why am I down strain? Did I
Because
take
you've
strain
been
already?
taking strain. I don't know.
Did I?
Probably doing stuff.
Don't remember taking strain.
All I gotta
I
say is
must-
being the wing commander with Oni piloting the ship is straining as fuck.
Alright. Yeah, I shouldn't be down, so I'll just leave it as is. So I don't know why it's down. I didn't do anything to take strain.
You probably just didn't bump it up from
No, I don't think
the
so. Yeah.
beginning or last game, yeah.
All right.
So
So
it
double
is
aim.
ready for you to take your
All
shot.
set. Forward now. Concussion
I'm
missile launch.
praying that rear shield protects from those.
Oh.
It did not
wow.
protect from those missiles. So let me do what's the damage for your first missile?
That's 6, 7,
Ooh.
8.
Huh.
That's going to be 8 with breach 4, right?
Yes.
So I can tell you when the first missile detonates, the ship kind of flies through the explosion, and you know it is still in the air functioning in a spacey kind of way.
So we will take a Triumph to Link.
Okay, so that's another 7 points.
Another
8.
8 points.
Sorry, 8 points.
Yeah.
I was remembering to take off the one
Nice.
soaks and
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
Okay, it is alive, but
Oh,
less
goodness
alive
sake.
than your ship.
Oh,
Well,
If that
then-
gives you an idea
That's
on the
surprising.
Yeah.
as it has
Yeah.
holes belching fire into space.
And then we will crit it, I guess,
Okay,
and hope for destruction.
Destruction.
they're totally pulling up Gunner 1 because it's probably the best one. Vehicle page, and survey says
Fuck.
they totally had a Shatner moment as they all shake and get jostled. And you have that
One
Star Trek
strain.
moment where everyone waves to the left and they shake to the right, and they all take one strain.
All right.
I would be strained
So-
too if my ship was down to that few points.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Sparky, do hull repairs.
And what purples do you need for
So according to the chart,
when your ship's at
So-
almost 0?
damage to hull, trauma, system strain greater than half threshold is 2
Ah, damn it.
purples.
Oh,
You mean-
let me give you that point back there, Rigger.
Yeah.
The
And
Astromech
so-
Coalition was trying to work together.
Yeah.
So damage to hull, trauma, system strain greater than threshold. So it's not that. So it's just 2 purple with your upgrade.
Okay. Got it in there, ready and waiting.
Alright, let's see what he does
As you're
here.
praying that Rigger can fix some of the important parts of the ship. As you're hearing flapping noise and air whistling through the hull.
I'd just be happy with any number of hull damage repairs right now. So
Yeah.
oh, look at that! Oh,
Wow. As Sparky's
Yeah.
going to go ahead and take 2 strain.
that's okay. Well, 2 damage. Yeah. So that is. Let me look.
What, 2 hull
So-
back, right?
Success plus 1 system strain can be tried as many times as required. Okay. Success plus 1 hull trauma per uncanceled success, but only once per combat.
And then comes the question of what would you like for that triumph? I will totally give you one of your crits gets fixed, by the way.
Then I will take that.
Okay, so go ahead and heal one of those 2 crits for the big damn triumph as Sparky goes freaking nuts, taking strain because he's trying to do all the things.
Yeah.
He's shooting out all the little articulator arms, trying to fix everything at once. And he
Yeah.
just makes this resigned look at Rigger, like, shouldn't you be doing this? As Rigger's just like, I'm shooting shit.
I'm shooting things. Yeah.
Yeah, so that, well, for Sparky, he's just a little minion, so it's
Mhm.
damage, wounds, and everything. So
Yep, it's all the
so
same.
So-
2 wounds.
Should I just
All right.
repair one of them then?
Good
Okay.
job, Sparky.
Get it.
I haven't got there yet.
I got it.
So you
it.
only
Okay.
have 1 crit. Look at that.
Yeah, I had to take care of Mark and Sparky first.
And if
All right.
somebody wants to use a maneuver, I think with only one of those, that means you could technically have at least 1 shield turn on the front, right? If someone wants to spend their maneuver pilot to turn the
Well-
shields back on.
Well, I think our next PC to go needs to go shoot.
Yeah.
What?
Miss-
Let's try to keep that
missiles-
big scary ship alive one more turn.
Yeah.
No,
Missiles on that
that's-
guy, lasers on that guy.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so who's going next?
With the party's permission, I would like to pew pew.
Go
Yes,
for
please.
it.
Please do.
And who are you
Please.
pew-pewing?
I would like to pew pew via Rocket, the large ship.
Okay.
Oh man,
Ah,
Damn.
he's too fast.
he was
Getting
waiting.
my money's worth.
He's like, I'm gonna keep it alive.
I will aim, and then I will aim again. Because that is what I can do.
We can only hope he gets like a buttload of threats and passes out at the control seat. So I have 2 blue there for you.
Don't think there's anything else I can do, so I'm just gonna go for it.
I'm praying that shield and that upgrade helps.
But for some reason,
It
I'm
all
not-
comes down to like a submarine fight. Whoever hits first is gonna win.
Pretty much.
here we are.
Suspense.
I know he's making us
Take
wait
this
for it.
I know. Oh yeah.
Oh! So go ahead and take a point of strain as your double aiming is exhausting. I mean, 3 strain, that is pretty damn exhausting.
Just fucking die!
And you hit it for, what is that, 10 points of damage before armor?
What's
10.
last four, yeah.
10
Breachable.
damage, 10 damage breach 4.
So what does it look like when you explode that ship all over space?
Sparklers.
So there's like between Quinn's epic hit from earlier and just the constant bombardment of this ship, the side of it's already like torn completely open, I'm thinking. So like I'm just trying to find the one spot where I can like weave the rocket inside of all of its armor. And I'm just like, and I fire, and one of them just, hits the side and like blows up some random piece of space debris that was floating off of it, and then the one missile just manages to make it in.
Yeah, it looks like a confetti launcher. This shit just blows out the side and
As you immediately hear this resounding cheer from the 3 ships of, "Thank you, Thunder Squadron. Thank you for saving us. We're gonna head to your coordinates as soon as we can."
Somebody shoot that fucking TIE
Rigger,
fighter
shoot that TIE
Me.
fighter.
out of
I'll
the
do
sky!
I will.
And Nimbus flips a light side point. The ship is not wanting to die that badly. So that's gonna be Rigger shooting, I take it?
Yeah.
And,
Double aim, Riggs. Double
Double
aim.
aim.
and you're
I
gonna double aim. Wow.
Yes.
So much exhaustion happening from the tense trigger action. And you're shooting that little TIE fighter, terrified that it will blow you out of the sky. Go ahead and
Yeah, pretty
take
much.
your shot.
Alright. Taking.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh. What does it look like when your shot vaporizes this TIE fighter that only had 2 hull trauma left?
Zap, zap.
Zap zap. Yeah.
And your shots go like through its solar cell collectors and it explodes.
Mm-hmm.
So close. I was hoping somebody would roll me a despair and a destroyer would pop up.
right.
Okay. No.
Okay, bottom of the initiative, which that basically brings us to our NPCs. These guys will continue flying. These guys will have no problem saying later, skaters, and they. That did
Yeah.
not work out correctly.
And before they jump, we basically tell them, jump,
Oh,
hold your ground. We will be there shortly.
And this one, believe it or not, just almost gets out to the range and sees the guy and says, "You assholes, leave without us." And yeah, you get this Imperial comm message that this is Imperial quarantine. Enemy ship, surrender now or you will be hunted to the edges of the galaxy. I'm like, did your ship just move deeper into the planet?
I don't know what's happening
I
with
was-
the ship at the
I
moment.
I actually double clicked on it. It moved just a little bit.
Okay, so I'm
Only-
assuming
oh, that bitch doesn't talk to me like that. And fucking turns around.
I'm assuming our pilot would like to take his action as nobody else is taking action. So you can totally take your action.
Yeah, get us moving.
Okay, as you're pulling out, and these guys will totally pull out and go to wherever Rigger sent them to.
So
And this ship will get out and immediately to light speed.
Yay.
So I think technically, so we want to jump to the Y, whatchamacallit, so that we can
The real coordinates or the fake coordinates?
no, to the fake coordinates, so that we can take the crew aboard and abandon that ship,
Mm.
and then we'll quarantine that crew until we can figure out who might have done something.
Okay, so you
I
guys
think
go
that's
to
a good
Rigger's
plan.
fake coordinates, and the ship's looking around like, where's everybody's? You guys go crack right next to him.
Yep.
Oni, give
radio.
me a piloting check. Come to dock. Why? Because I'm a jerk and just want to see if you cripple your ship trying to park next to somebody.
Aye.
Oh, but don't roll yet.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick 5-minute break because your GM has to
Okay.
run to the restroom, and I have more than 5 minutes worth of talking to do afterwards, so I need a break for them. I'll be right back.
Holy shit.
That one was close.
That was a pucker mission, though it's not over yet.
That was
Because-
close enough that docking with this ship could possibly kill us.
Well, like I said, yeah, it was kind of a tough decision for me because I was like, well, we kind of really got to save those people because there's good people on. I know we're not in the shape to really do it, but that's why we're Thunder Squadron. So
Yeah. No, I get it.
we gotta try to do what we can do here. So, but yeah, I was puckering. There was. Way too close. But I think Sparky gets a medal.
Sparky needs to get some metal to put himself back together.
Yeah. He needs a medal for 1, detecting the scan and detection. 2, he saved some points to hold our ship together. He was the MVP.
And you said you don't count Sparky as a member of the crew.
Hey, in this case, he's well deserved his medal there. I mean, don't get me wrong, my shot was damn good and all, but no, he held the shit together and found the mole ship.
Yeah, he's definitely the hero of the day.
Yeah. Yep. So. Whew. Gotta stretch out the couch cushion now. Kind of puckered up there in the bottom.
Ay.
Doggone flashy jockeys.
Well, it was interesting, right?
Oh, yeah. I don't mind a little adventure, but that was
Mission's never dull with Oni around.
that was a little too much adventure.
Well, I mean, for what
Next-
it's worth, I didn't mean to crash.
Next time, though, I'd prefer him be in the X-Wing cockpit. The only life he's putting in danger.
Well, I mean, this thing does kind of handle like a refrigerator.
What? It's not bad. It's only a -1.
Well, you know.
I mean, the Imperial ship that my one guy flies is a -3 or something like that.
Is it really that bad?
Yeah, it is.
Oof.
Yeah, it's like a -2 or 3. I think it's a -3. Yeah, it's ugly. It literally is a brick.
That one has even more guns than this one, though, doesn't it?
Fairly comparable,
Or is it
but better
equivalent?
armor. Definitely better
Oh, yeah.
armor.
Okay, so I am back. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
My back teeth were floating, as the fringers
I was gonna
say out
say-
in space.
Bio's
Well-
important.
While we're in hyperspace, can we do any repairs?
I'll give you one attempt.
Okay.
Does Rigger, do you want to do that since you're like extra good at it?
I was gonna say Rigger. I
Am
think
I
has
extra
a
good
higher.
at it?
I thought you were.
Well, I think
You
you're
are
better
probably the best at it.
you're better than 2 yellow and a green, right?
2 yellow and 2 green.
Okay,
There you
yeah,
go.
that's better.
And something about a minus black.
Definitely better.
Okay.
So you're gonna try temporary repairs.
Wait, did the Nimbus oh no anymore.
Oh, I flipped for the pilot. He asked for a piloting roll, and I
Okay.
flipped for it, so I've got to flip for that. So you can flip for the mechanics.
Mechanics.
and all that.
Okay.
Okay, so let me put an upgrade in there for you, and we'll remember that your piloting roll gets an upgrade too.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see.
Yeah, because it says once per combat, so
Okay, so you can attempt to do a repairing hull trauma with a temporary repair. As thankfully you've got some spare plating that you can put together and use.
I'm good.
You are good if you want to take that roll.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, so for
Yeah.
every success, that's going to be one hull trauma that you're recovering.
one's better than nothing.
So
Yeah.
you guys are up to a solid. You were at a 3, right?
no, we were at a 5 after Sparky. We're at 6 now.
Oh, after Sparky. Okay. So you guys feel confident that without a fender bender will not explode you in space.
Yeah, we're good to finish this mission out. Like I said, it was kind of a debate of like, well, we just bail and we come back to them later. But I'm like, no, we're Thunder Squadron. We need to do it right. So we go rescue the crew, even though the ship's about to blow up.
You're big damn
Unless
heroes.
they
That's
really
all I
are
gotta say.
traitors and decide to fire on us.
Well, that was
Ooh.
if they were going to do that, they would have done that. I'm assuming in combat. I was waiting for them to when you charged in. I thought we were totally fucked because they were going to engage in combat as well. So
You never know. He may roll a despair for his piloting check.
true.
Oh wait, I can't. That would be totally wrong. You guys pop up and the turret just points at you point blank.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and make your piloting check as you dock up and you're talking to the pilot, and the pilot's just like, Thunder Squadron, you are welcome to anything in the whole of my baby here because you saved our bacon.
Alright,
Yeah.
so you got my upgrade?
Which to their speech is totally a Gamorrean thing. And yes, I've got your upgrade in there. As there's a sound of a barking dog amongst the refugees as you pilot like a fucking boss.
Think it's
As you connect up, and I mean, do you guys meet them at the airlock? Do you just tell them to come on board your ship? What do you tell them
no.
instructions?
We're meeting at the airlock and escorting them. Showing them where to go, and I meet with the captain and pull him aside to explain what was going on and why the ship's being abandoned at this point.
Okay, so this
there.
Toydarian comes flapping down the airlock with you. You totally see the crew on the ship there. They are clearly refugees. I mean, they've got like bags, sacks that they shove things into in a hurry, and they're wanting to bring their personal belongings on board with you guys. One of them kind of makes a comment of, "Are we not sure the other ship is safer than this one?" As poor Rigger is like trying to weld plates on open holes in the ship.
I'll use some leadership skills to try and like get all the refugees coordinated in places and like, just keep them like settled and organized.
Okay, give
And,
me a leadership roll.
And after that, I want to keep an eye out for possible shenanigans. I want to kind of like make sure nobody's doing anything they're not supposed to or anything suspicious. I'm the only shady one around on this ship.
And the ship captain, by the way, is totally asking you, Quinn, of what is it that you what is your plan? Now that we seem to be in some safe sky, are you going to take all of the passengers, or? And he kind of like looks around at your very limited, accoutrements for passengers.
Right. Well, this
And-
is a smaller ship, so you said we can take one whole ship.
Yeah, you could easily take this one light freighter's whole cargo.
Yeah.
Air quotes cargo.
So yeah, no, I'm pulling him aside and explaining to him your ship is transmitting a Imperial signal. You're the reason that the Imperials were following. So everybody can come on board and we can abandon this ship, and then we will meet up with the other ships and take you to safety from there.
As he seems totally aghast that he's the one transmitting a signal. He's like, that's not possible. Only myself and my communications engineer. And he points to a human woman that's off in the crowd. She's got some sexy dirt smudges on her face. He's helping a small child, get across the way. We alone have access to the communication system.
Well, I look at Sparky and nod at her, and have Sparky follow her. Or keep a safe distant eye on her.
Well, that's what I was kind of wanting to check, like, kind of just keep an eye on things, make sure I don't see anything shady going on. That's like, I'm looking out for shady.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, like I said, now I know who. So I will pull up, like I said, I have him totally off to the side, so I'll go over to a panel and show him the scan.
Ooh, very well done. And he immediately believes you. He's just like shocked. So Oni, give me a vigilance or perception. And the captain's just like, you can send one of your droids over to scan my ship if you think I had anything to do with this. I am honestly trying to get these refugees and myself out of here. And what was that for? Upgrade your
That was for my perception roll.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep, as there's a small, dark, barking dog in the background. One of the refugees must have a small, barking dog. As you immediately see that this one woman that's holding a small child seems to be using the child as a visual barrier. Like maybe she's hiding something on the child, or she's just putting the child like a human target in front of her. And as you
is the kid interacting with her, or is she just...
The kid seems to know her and trust her and doesn't realize what's being done.
Uh-huh.
And as you kind of see her, using the child as a shield, maybe she's hidden something on the child, or she's using the child to block something on her person. You're not quite sure. You had a couple advantages. I can totally give you the whole narrative. Now you're suspicious of her. And while you're
kind of heading towards her,
suspicious, you all can communicate with each other for a second. Well, I go get my dog in because she's barking her ass off at something outside.
Yeah.
I will
right quietly let everybody know about the suspicions.
Okay.
Keep an eye on that one.
Well, no, we need, if you're thinking she's got something, then she's brought the football, and we need to apprehend her now.
Yeah.
So,
well, we gotta do it coordinated.
So. Yeah, well, yeah, that's easy enough.
Mm-hmm.
We got plenty of people with guns.
Plenty of people with guns that have stun settings.
Right? So, yeah, so.
You don't have to worry too much about hitting innocents when your gun's set to stun.
Right.
So I think we should try to separate her from the child, get them separate before anything else happens. I don't know, maybe we can distract the child and draw his attention or something.
Well, I mean,
I'll show him a card trick.
I mean, you could always approach and offer to help her with the child. And
yeah, I'll approach and, hey, you want to see a card trick? And like keep them occupied.
I also have no moral problem stunning a child. It's done.
Okay,
and
he
then,
has to.
Yeah, and then we can move closer and stuff. So.
Yeah, so I'll approach from one side. Yeah, I'll approach from one side and draw the attention, and then if you guys want to close in on her after that.
And Sparky's already kind of moving towards her, so.
So go ahead and give me a perception check for Sparky.
Alrighty. Because Sparky has no problem stunning anybody.
He's like, let me shoot through the child to get to the woman.
Oh my god.
Well, actually, all he has is an arc welder. So, I mean, it's stun damage, so.
If I arc weld the child to her, she will be stunned.
It's stun damage, so he'll have no problem with that. So, perception. Let's see what his perception is. All right, that's not terrible. All right, we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that! Sparky
Wow.
is definitely being put in for accommodation for this.
He
is the VIP, this frickin'.
Sparky is totally realizing that, yes, she's up to something shady. He doesn't know exactly what, but her movements and the way she's looking around scream that she's doing something shady.
Yep.
Sparky confirms what Oni told you. So now you totally know to believe Oni.
All right, so we need to do a niche or anything here for this sequence of events?
They're evacuating the ship. I mean, they're totally following you guys' orders. You've got Enos giving great leadership roles of, hey, don't panic, don't freak out, put your stuff over there. The captain's still like, seriously, if there's anything in my ship you want, you can have it for saving our asses. You saved both my wing flaps, and I owe you for this. Are you married? No. I've got a sister back home.
Yeah. No, I'm like, hang tight. No, you're good. We'll get as much of your gear as we can. So, but I think we do have a situation, so just hang tight here.
Okay, what is your guys' plan?
So did you guys like what I suggested?
I think we
their attention, or do you just want to close in?
No, you and Sparky are the closest, so I would say you're the talker. Move up on her to help with the kid or what. Offer to help with the kid, see what happens, and then we'll start to move closer to you, just so we're all right there to hopefully just manually restrain her and take stuff. If not, we'll stun her.
Okay, so you guys kind of creep close.
Yeah, I'll approach, like, obviously from the opposite direction as them, and I'll just, like, start laying on a whole bunch of BS, like, oh, I've got a little brother at home, and I used to show him card tricks all the time. Hey, kiddo, come here, let me show you a card trick.
Okay, go ahead and give me a deception. And what is it the goal that you're trying to do? Just let her get right next to you, or are you just trying to put her completely at ease?
Kind of put them at ease, but also maybe get the kid to come away from her a little bit, so we get a little distance there, and just draw their attention.
Disarm her of the child. I like that.
If possible, yes.
If possible, but basically just take all the attention on me, so she's not looking around.
Okay. You have one light side point left. Okay, so immediately you do the "I'm a nice guy with horns," and the little kid goes running up to you, and she kind of like, "Hi, this is my doll, Sally. She's from a heavy gravity world," and she comes up to see your trick and show Sally the trick. And immediately as she goes running towards you, you kind of like do the shifty eye look, and you look her right in the eyes, have that classic spy movie soul gaze on each other for a moment where you know she's a predator, she knows you're a predator. The kid is just like background dressing in this exchange of looks. And she immediately starts to draw a weapon. She knows all hell is broke loose with those 3 threats. She knows the jig is up. These big damn heroes aren't just here for the refugees. She's been caught. And everyone, with the exception of Oni, who has successfully disarmed the child from her, give me a quick roll.
Of the what variety?
Yeah.
It's gonna be of the vigilance. You weren't quite expecting. Sorry, I just got this beautiful waft of wine all of a sudden in the air.
So am I out? Am I out of this in terms of?
You are out of it at the moment because you got the kids
Okay.
safely out of danger.
Okay,
So,
can I do just one more
So
thing?
an initiative vigilance or
An initiative
Or-
vigilance, yeah.
okay? Did you clear the pool? I don't think you did.
I didn't. Yeah.
If
Totally gonna have
possible, but I
everyone
also
roll.
want to do.
There you go. All right.
If it's possible, can I also put myself in between her and the child?
Yes, you can easily impose, yourself as a human shield between her and danger.
Yeah, I just want to make sure the child is
It's
protected.
your big damn heroes.
See, I'm not such a bad guy.
We never said you were a bad guy. Just maybe didn't make the best decisions.
Yeah. Don't impose our ship in the middle of everything.
So
Go ahead and
Enos,
do
you
your
wanna roll
body
initiative?
anytime you want.
I'll keep that in mind.
Enos?
Get a shot off first. Damn.
I already did my roll.
You did it before I cleared the pool. So go ahead and roll
Yeah.
again.
Damn, sorry.
You want to roll good. You want better than 2 and 2.
Yeah.
That
oh,
is not better than 2 and 2.
No,
yeah,
it's not.
somebody's getting shot.
So immediately she reaches into this utility pouch that most spacers use, and she whips out a large cylindrical sphere, and she smashes her finger into a button that's under a little protective cover, and you hear this bloop 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 bloop, and then all of a sudden, like, one woman sees it and screams and shirks away, and she's just like, and she looks the Oni in the eye. And just like a sneer comes up on her face, and she just looks at you and says, "Non-humans like you can't be trusted. This is a thermal detonator. You're gonna let me get back on that ship and leave, and you can take care of this scum." And she kind of like glances around at everybody, as she clearly is showing she has this explosive with her thumb on the detonator button. Beep 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 beep.
Okay,
All right.
who's going first?
So at this point, I'm like, you can have the other ship. Just let everybody make sure everybody gets off, and you can be about your business.
Okay, so it sounds like, are you using coercion or leadership?
I don't know. Let me look.
Or are you being deceptive? Because that's totally a thing too.
If you want to use like a leadership or negotiation, I'd be more than happy to like chime in and help assist you with your role.
So the two of you try to do it in a non-threatening way?
Oh yeah, no, I'm all about like, hey, just
Yeah, I'll be like, whoa, we're just, yeah. If you, we'll let you go. We just want to keep these people safe.
Okay, now as long as you guys are genuine and not threatening, I will add a blue to that,
No,
by
no.
the way.
I'm totally like, don't blow.
Yeah.
No, just
Okay,
Yeah.
so you have a
leave.
blue for the assist and a blue for the you're being genuine and not reaching for blasters or anything like that. Telling the people to just like chill, let her get back on the ship and leave. This is not a problem.
And then, is it leadership or negotiation?
Depends on which way you want to use the skill of. Do you want to hostage negotiate, or are you just saying leadership of hey, we just here for the people?
She's a fellow.
If you want to leave on the ship, it's not my ship. You can take it.
Yeah, I think
She's a
that
fellow
it's-
military person, right? So, lieutenant commander. So,
Yeah, I think that's more of what we're going for. And then, in that case, Quinn, did you want me to make the roll?
yeah.
Okay.
Off yours, because all I contribute is 2 green. So,
Yeah,
Okay.
I got 3 yellow, 2 green.
So I've got 2 blue in the roll for you. Is you're just like be cool,
Yeah.
and she will gladly, as you start to do your talking, start walking towards the airlock to leave.
Okay. All right.
wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
That is amazing.
Wow.
Okay, so Jim, for one of those triumphs,
Okay.
or for both of those triumphs, if that's what it takes, can she feel like we're being genuine enough that she won't throw the thermal detonator back on her ship as she walks out the door?
For one triumph,
That's all
she
I
will.
want.
For one triumph, she will totally not throw it as she closes the door.
And make sure everybody gets off of that ship. Yes.
Then
Yep.
for the other
Put another
triumph,
one, make it blow up in her hand.
for the other triumph, can I make sure we got everyone off the ship, all safe and sound, with all of their belongings and or at least everything they could take,
Yep.
and just
So for the other triumph, you stalled as the last of the people come through the airlock with their belongings and a few people carrying a couple, crates between them. As they kind of like look around, like, what's going on? As she comes walking past them and just like sneers and says, "Never you mind. I'm taking the ship and leaving." And you're just like, "It's okay. You need the if you feel you need the ship that badly, I understand. We're just here for the people. The ship means nothing." And the captain kind of looks at you like, "Really?" But you're saving the people. So he's okay with it because big damn triumphs. And she will gladly, as you see the airlock close, she kind of like turns off the thermal detonator and just like drops it on the ground and then goes running to the cockpit as fast as she can.
To the turrets.
and then I'm gonna
Oh,
yell, "Hey Riggs, can you decouple us before she does a bad job of it?"
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I can do that.
so Riggs can run up real quick to the console and plug into it. Go ahead and give me a computers or mechanics. I'm good with either or.
I want mechanics.
Because you'd really hate for this chick to damage your airlock by just taking off without uncoupling first, because she could be in that much of a hurry.
Uh-huh. Okay, ready?
Yep. And like a champ, Riggs gives you the thumbs up, plugs into the terminal, and immediately you see the ship just, unclamp and start floating away freely from you.
Yay!
And you see that ship's engines roar to life. Obviously, she made it to the cockpit. And the ship takes off, and you can see it kind of like do the autopilot straight run. As all of a sudden, unless you guys do anything, which doesn't sound like you really want to worry about that because you're taking
Nope.
care of the refugees, who are totally like the mother of that child comes running up and takes her child and squeezes Oni with a thank you of 1,000 worlds for saving her child.
No.
Oh,
And
the
and she looks down at the doll that the child has, and she's just like, "Where did you get that from, honey?" And she's like, "But the nice lady gave it to me."
yeah. That's going out the airlock.
And
Yeah.
she shakes the little doll by it's a little Twi'lek doll by its Leku, and she's like, "She's a heavy world gravity person. That's why she's so heavy." And she kind of like immediately sticks her hands out to Oni to let him hold her.
Sure. take it and kind of like examine it very closely.
And of course,
As
as you
I'm
lean down to
walking
grab it,
toward-
she totally plays with your horn by. And you
Careful,
feel
they're
this
sharp.
doll, and what should be like a simple Fringer's rag doll weighs very heavy.
Yeah, pull that shit out and airlock it.
Yeah.
Do you
Flush it.
airlock it without letting the child see?
Well, if we can just remove it out of the doll, we'll do that. If not, then well, whatever.
Yeah,
Are you gonna rip the doll to take it out?
I'll be all like, I don't know. I'll say something along the lines of like, oh, she must feel like it must be really hard to walk. Maybe I can make it lighter and like
And-
go to take it to another room real quick.
Mandalorian, give me either a skullduggery or deception.
Oh shit.
Can I assist by like distracting the child? Here, look, I've got something. I remember that card trick I wanted to show you.
I
Here,
will
check
give
it out.
him a blue dice for that.
Okay, thanks. Not sure how much that's gonna help, but thanks.
as the Mandalorian is stealing a child's toy
Wow.
effectively. I mean, the kid only had one purple. Come on, guys. As you steal it and you kind of like fudge the doll, you clearly feel that there's a cylinder in there that's about the size of a modern day cell phone.
Okay, so while Oni takes her to go show her like the cool trick that he's gonna show her, I'm gonna like take the doll to the other room and like grab a like knife, cut open the back, pull whatever's in it out, and then sew it back up real quick.
Okay, you can like staple.
Airlock that thing and then Oni, Riggs, get us out of here.
Yep.
Get us over
yeah.
with the other ships.
Okay, and you space
As
it,
soon
and
as
of course,
that's gone, yeah.
off camera, you guys see the little cylinder floating through space, and there's a blinking light as it's transmitting a code that sounds like ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da. As you guys get in your ship and you curve the ship through empty space and put in the coordinates that Rigger gave you for where you sent the other ships, and your ship takes off to go save them.
Yep.
Yay.
And of course, thankfully, with Enos's leadership on the ground, because you're in a ship, he's telling folks how to like just get situated, be comfortable. We're gonna find a safe place for you all.
Yeah.
As you guys safely pop out of hyperspace where the other ships are waiting for you, and they're just like, Thunder Squadron! And they're cheering you guys.
By the way, we are in a Renown 3 actually already. I have a note on my notes here. I've been tracking it, so we are 3, not 2. We're
Which
badass.
is why you guys got a reputation, especially since somewhere in the ass end of space, a Star Destroyer is popping out and finding a hyperspace beacon just floating through space.
Yes, they are.
And an Imperial agent who stole a smuggler ship and ran for the hills. She
Yep.
failed her job. And just then you guys find a nice, peaceful, planet for the others to land on and let the people out. And you talk to the other pilots about, hey, we need to take those ships and either go to a smuggling port and get them rigged, or just power them down and hide them somewhere for a while.
Yep.
Anybody there wanna join the cause?
Yeah,
Well, I
I
was
was
gonna say
about
I
to-
do offer the
those-
one pilot if that we could probably find some work for him in a ship, possibly if he wanted to.
Yeah, or if you guys want to donate your ships, that's something you can do. We take all manner of donations. Credits, go a long way to help the rebellion. Any stuff you want to, lend would be great.
I'm gonna
I'm like wheeling and dealing here.
yeah, anyone who's excited
You're
about
flying.
like what we did, Oni's gonna be pressuring them for stuff. I'll pressure him to join the rebellion. We're getting all this.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a leadership roll. And you've
That I
got a
can do.
blue and an upgrade, by the way.
Awesome. Here we go.
Okay, so you get a large amount of folks that are willing to volunteer for the cause to go back with you to wherever your rebel base is. So, of
All
course, that
right.
threat is because you're mighty suspicious that you could have a spy amongst their ranks. Another one.
Oh,
Fucking
that'll be
Imperial
up.
spies. It's nonstop,
Rude.
all the time.
Rude.
Yeah, well, that'll be up to Pappy to go through and do the whole final, interviews and all that stuff for the people he has that does that stuff. So
Okay, so you're
Does
going to
the-
take them to a nice rebel safe house
yeah,
instead of right to rebel command.
yep,
Okay.
exactly. And does the Tordarian or whatever he join?
The
Since he
Toydarian
doesn't have a
doesn't
ship?
join per se, but
Oh,
he
okay.
has a small fleet of smuggling ships. And he will get his cousin to join the cause as he has to go back to run the family business.
Ah, okay.
But having Toydarian smugglers willing to lend a hand and drop off the occasional cargo container go a
Yeah, yeah.
long way for the cause.
Mm-hmm.
And as a few people get on the ship and you guys kind of welcome them on board and point out to where they can, sit for the ship to the drop off point. The refugees, of course, shower you guys with gifts of different types. The little girl eventually gives Oni the doll and says she'll keep you safe.
Oh,
Oh, that's so cute.
He's got a little cockpit companion now.
And as
Yeah, and for the rest of the game, there's a little doll in the corner of his X-wing.
Yep, that's exactly right.
And as you guys, start walking up the ramp with your new recruits and the refugees that are waving to you because you rescued them, you're big damn heroes, you're feeling amazing. And then immediately the credits cut to the credits with a bum bum ba da ba bum bum ba da ba bum bum ba 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 bum.
how did we survive that one?
And then
And
after
yes,
the credits
have
roll,
no
Oni's
idea.
like trying to get them to gamble with him.
By a lot of luck.
and you each get 15
Oh,
Yay.
Yeah.
and it's kind of sad when you're hearing the Nimbus get into orbit because it's going and it's leaving black Nimbus clouds behind it.
Yeah,
Aw.
right? That's what it is.
it could have been worse. It could have been worse.
At least Happy knows we did our job.
Could have been a jacked up ship, but no, we survived barely.
And you get a message from Kay confirming that ISS was confirmed with that transmission that you sent a copy back to him to de-encrypt, and it was actually an ISB secret transmission.
Mm.
So something was involved with the ISB and these refugees, which totally sounds like an ISB thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I also given the name of that lieutenant commander. So
And Kay will totally get to work on that.
Oh yeah.
I would like to get, if possible, some accounts from a couple of the people about what happened. And I would like to put that together in a little package and send it to my buddy the quartermaster.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go, dude, look what the fuck they did. The Empire's really stepped across the line this time.
Wow.
wow.
Okay,
Oh.
give me a leadership roll.
Fuck, I can't open the window. You flip the dark side on it. Damn.
I did.
Yeah, like
Do I have any
immediately.
Do I have any blue for how long I've been chatting with him about all this stuff?
Oh yeah, I mean he's totally gonna be upset about this, but this is something else.
I know. Alrighty. Here goes. You ready?
Yep. Okay, cool.
Ooh.
Apparently, any of the ISB watch tanks apparently aren't monitoring your conversation at this exact moment. As your buddy's just like, oh man, the Empire is becoming a dark, dark place. I mean, I've heard some stories too, but you know, it's not safe to talk about these unless you're in person, and even then, it's only safe with the right people.
Okay, and then I'll maybe ask him if there's a time he wants to meet up somewhere.
He's like, sure, we can meet for Airball next week.
Okay.
I'll rent the court.
Alrighty, I'll go chat to Pappy real quick and say, hey, I'm working on trying to get a new recruit. And kind of explain to him the situation and see if I can't get that time off.
Happy will think about it. For
Okay.
now, go back and help the deck crew repair your ship. It didn't
Yes.
look like that when it got here.
Yes, sir.
And again, the credits finished rolling because apparently we had a spoiler after the credits. Dun 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 dun.
And my rescue and recovery / evac.
Hmm?
My rescue and recovery / evac duty.
Yes, all of your duties go up by 5
Yay!
because you have recovered and shown superiority, as well as recovered and almost got intelligence. Almost.
Resources.
What's our total duty looking like right now? Because I think mine's at 25.
I'm at
I'm
30.
at 20.
I think you're actually ready for another flip. I mean, I
Already?
know,
I'm 20.
I know. Kay's got quite a bit that hasn't been cashed in.
Should
Oh,
we all
really? Yeah.
should we all reset to 0 and up the contribution rank and think about what we want and figure it out next session?
I was gonna say, let's wait till we're all together since Kay couldn't join today.
Yep.
That way you can all plot it out together.
So
Alright.
we have we have what? 30, 25, 30, 20, 25.
Yeah.
We got 75 between David and me and who else? Who was it that had 25?
It's me.
Okay, yeah. So you got 25. I got 20, and David has 30. That's 75
Yep.
already.
And Kay's
what do you
got
got,
20
Riggs?
for legend crafting.
Okay. And what do you got for on rigs? Riggs?
I'm not entirely sure. I just have written down 10.
Well,
That's enough.
Someone may not have
That'll
been
be-
keeping track because
No.
10
Alright.
is now
I'm
15.
bad at that.
So make sure you put down plus
so
5.
yeah, that's enough.
Yeah, so that's enough.
Wouldn't
So
it-
Jim, should we all reset to 0 now and then figure
Nah.
out what we got next?
I would wait till we're all together to find out what you want to cash it in for.
Yeah,
Okay.
what we're gonna do, and
Especially
about it
now that
between
the
now and then.
Imperials got your information out there.
Well,
What is the contribution rank currently?
3. That'll put us at
3.
4,
Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
which is
We're looking at if we cash in for a ship or for gear for personal stuff, we're looking at rarity 6.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad, not bad.
yeah, but that's not the whole impact. It's the more important people know who we are as well, which
Your name has passed many departments now. Thanks to that captain saying, Imperials, there's a group known as Thunder Squadron coming to attack us now. Send more reinforcements immediately for this Thunder Squadron.
yeah, and they don't. Yeah, I'm not seeing it on. Trying to pull it up what the ranks do, but we should also be fairly high. Like, I mean, we've never gotten into actual detail of like what our ranks are within the
Within the organization.
organization, but we should be fairly
I
high
mean,
rank at this point.
you
Yeah,
are the hotshot pilots.
I would be interested in figuring that out at some point too, if we want.
Yeah. So.
I
should
mean,
have had
if
some
all you have to
promotions.
be is a smuggler with a ship to become a general, I'm just saying.
Well, right. So we should be something, but maybe not generals, but should be something.
Oh, who we kidding? The Rebel Alliance passes off the title of general to just.
Well, yeah, Han Solo. I mean, come on.
It's like Jedis in the Clone Wars. If you're a Jedi, that's close enough to general to me.
Right. Yeah, but yeah, the people that know us now get much higher.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Your names have power behind.
Yeah. But yeah, I think what we might want, whether individual or as a group, so I don't think we need any more ships. We kind of
You have a
Doing
large,
okay there.
deposit of ships now.
yeah. Somehow we keep having ships follow us home.
I mean, that was interesting. The ship option you guys went for. I was surprised with that.
Well, I mean, this gives us gun power and some cargo. I mean, that other one is nice, but it's just not enough weapons on it.
Ultimately, it worked out really well for us because this ship has a lot of armor, and we took a beating, and then it still had the crew capacity to pick everybody up off that other ship. So I think it worked out really nicely
This is
for
true.
us.
Yeah, if we had been in the other ship, we would have been dead.
And if we had been in our fighters, we wouldn't have been able to get people off.
No. So.
Alrighty. Anyway,
So,
I
yeah.
should go. But bye, guys.
All right,
Later.
have a good night, guys.
Good night. Be good.
Night. Good
See you
job.
back in
Thanks, y'all.
2 weeks.
Go team.
Yep.
Nobody died.
Thank you.